I don't dispute that salads are great with dressing.
I mean, I won't dispute that salad needs dressing, but I will dispute
salad dressing.
that.
Meow.
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 Hi.
Hello.
I will dispute, however, that
we're all meowing.
The Olive Garden salad had way too much dressing. That is what I'm disputing.
Jay,
yes?
did we just meow and then you responded with hi?
Yep.
Okay.
I
was saying hi to Plompers.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, Plompers.
Is the cat unspayed?
Your cat really wants your attention, Plompers.
My cat is very upset that Bailey has gone upstairs.
I see.
And so she's feeling lonely, and she's very anxious about this, and so she has her favorite toy in her mouth. She's meowing very loudly to try and get anybody's attention.
Well, I can't believe you were asking if the cat was in heat, Plompers.
I mean, that's what my cat did back when she was in heat.
That's what most cats do.
Yeah. That makes sense. I know I just got back from like vacation yesterday, and my friend told me, because he was taking care of my cat, right? And he told me that, yeah, there were times where she would sit in her carrier. She hates her carrier, by the way. There are times where she would sit in her carrier and just sleep there because it was her tie back at home. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Oh, I feel so bad. In a second, and she was like meowing all the way, like, in the car, like to the trip to the airport. And then the second she saw me, she quieted down. I took her out of her carrier to hold in my arms, and she just melted in my arms. And I'm like, oh my god.
Cute.
I'm like, you're never this well behaved. What the fuck?
That is amazing.
Now she's just sleeping on the bed, and she has not left my side like a Velcro.
Aww.
Yeah, she's not leaving my side.
You got at least one day of that, you know, and then tomorrow I'll be back to normal cat shenanigans.
Oh yeah. She's a very affectionate cat. Isn't that right, Sesame? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking shit about you.
But yeah, our names are in the title if you're watching this on both, I guess? I don't know about that. But
because I'm not streaming on YouTube. But when I put it on YouTube, I put them on the description.
You can follow the description down below.
Follow the YouTube and
please like and subscribe.
Yes, please, and feel free to comment. You know, it's really important.
Yeah. Help! Yeah, help us help you.
You can even dislike the video if you hate us for some reason. Please go ahead.
No, don't do that. Just leave.
Oh my.
No, you see, Kyrie, if we let them dislike it, it's still considered interaction with the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm doesn't care.
But they have to watch the full video first. They have to watch the full video.
They don't show up. That's why it's funny.
Yeah. If you do a like, you can do it at any point. But if you do a dislike, you have to go through the entire video.
Of course.
That's the rule.
And we will know if you comment and you're making a hate comment. And it's not watching the entire video.
Oh,
we promise. We know.
You have to, near the end of the stream, you have to say, thank you for watching the whole video. If you watch the whole video, please, like, comment, like, and then we'll know if they comment that word.
Oh, you mean, put a little emote at the end or whatever?
Yeah.
Pending what?
Red has promised to reply to every comment with an AI-generated response.
Oh, I really hope not. Because if not, that was a really strange response I got from Red earlier. That was definitely not AI generated.
We'll give you a free $10 gift card.
Maybe on this video. Maybe on this video.
I saw someone post a thing where, someone said, "Hey, that's an interesting mountain formation in the background of your video," and the AI generated response was, "Thanks, it's from," and then it gave the person's full address.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
This is why I can't. Anyway, so that's Sakura talking, right? So I guess Plomper should read that line.
Yeah.
Let's have another good day, senpai.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is Shiro eating right now?
Alright.
You know, it's funny. You know what's the funny thing while Red is eating? Rin said that she didn't eat breakfast, but literally in the prologue, the first thing she did was make breakfast after getting ready.
Oh, yeah.
Also, whenever Shira pointed out, he's like, I thought you don't eat breakfast. And she's like, well, you put food in front of me. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, Sakura heads to the first year floor. Tosaka and I climb the stairs. Am I waiting or am I waiting on?
No. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. So I was like, am I supposed to be talking? Did Tosaka say something?
The classic looking at Twitch and not Discord?
Yes.
Tosaka and I climb the stairs to the second year floor. Wait, who's this? I know who this is. It's Pending.
Oh, that's Pending.
It's Pending. Pending?
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. I'm pending. Wait, is that my line?
Yeah.
Yes. right into the student council president.
You know, we've been making some great sounds.
Why are you with Tosaka, Shiro Emiya?
Oh.
You gonna ignore that Sakura was here earlier?
I'm right here, you know, I didn't go anywhere.
I can't help but notice
Oh, is that me?
Sakura
I
here.
just when I was smirking at the camera, my bad. Oh, good morning, Ryudo. What kind of greeting is Wawa? I can't believe Red literally just brings it back like a parrot.
I would love it if you tried to mimic how I did it.
I would have, but I've forgotten how you had done it, so I wasn't gonna attempt
Fair.
it.
As you know, Rin Tosaka doesn't half-ass anything.
No, she does not.
I woke up feeling something was off this morning, but I never thought it could be this dire.
Did you also wake up deciding to be Texan? Like,
Oh, but Pending in the last stream kind of changed his voice.
again?
But I feel like we should mention that real quick. Because he was worried his voice would sound the same with the other characters that he was voicing.
I feel like one of these characters has to have a different voice, so I decided to really drive my nose as far into my face as it'll go when I speak as him. And this is just kind of how that sounds.
You know, are you sure that you aren't sick? Like,
You know, it's funny. Pending is Canadian, so him having a Texan accent is the funniest part of it almost.
Maybe you have a Texan accent too. Yeehaw, by the way, says the Texan in the call.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
me, also Canadian.
Yeah.
Did you finish that Pending or?
No, I'm sorry. Just go over here, Emiya. Staying so close to Tosaka might poison you.
If anyone's poisoning anyone, it's Sakura and our breakfast.
You say tugs on my arm. Hard. Tosaka looks at Issei and me without a word, then walks toward class 2A as if nothing happened.
Wait, is that supposed to be me? Yes. Go
so,
right
yeah.
ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
She's like anything to get away from that man's voice.
This one was Pending.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, this one's Pending.
What? Go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
You know what? Actually, that is funny. He does kind of sound like a villager speaking English. I do think it's. I just realized that Rin's response to the class president has generally been either tease him or completely ignore him.
Yeah.
Tosaka suddenly passes by, but then...
Shiro, rooftop, lunch.
She whispers that to me so Issei won't hear.
Oh, was that supposed to be a whisper? My bad. With like the whole ponytail flip, I thought we were saying it out loud to like fuck with the president.
It's lunchtime. After seeing Tosaka and me in the morning, Issei hasn't been speaking to me. He's been treating me like a traitor. How could you, Issei?
Great work, me.
So much friend from our class president who is to replace our best friend that we punched.
I guess I went too far. I feel just a bit of regret. Issa
Why?
interrogated me about why I was with Tosaka this morning, and my response was, "We got close over the weekend."
That is the worst risk.
That was not a great idea. I expected Issei's next set of questions to be about how and why we got close, but before I could explain further, Issei staggered away. Well, I guess that works to my advantage since I need to do things alone for a while. Having fewer people involved will make things easier. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is...
After all, Shiro walks a lonely road.
He does.
The only
And
road
Pending,
he's
guess
ever
what?
known.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Alright, Pending.
Oh man.
Will you go meet Tosaka, or will you explain everything to Sakura? Because remember, the only thing Sakura knows right now is what Rin told her, and you
Yes.
promised you would explain it better later.
Or do you want Tosaka to yell?
Is it lunchtime already?
Yep.
It
Is
is
it
lunchtime already. We time skipped.
So either I ditch Tosaka, or I don't give Sakura an explanation.
Yep.
This is the first of the eliminations. Which girl are you gonna choose?
Well, we're railroaded on the route either way.
It's true. We are on the
That
same
is
route.
true.
Yeah.
But you never
But
know. You can have a
this is-
secondary.
There's 5 endings, so and
That's
there's
true.
only technically 3 routes, so you never know what
Sorry,
these choices
there's
mean.
45 endings?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I meant
yeah. And we did one of them already.
And
Yeah.
the bad endings will always end with me.
Oh,
Yes.
and me.
technically that's true. Yes.
And yet you're so happy about that. You're not beating these Yandere allegations.
You really aren't.
It's either a yandere or like the homicide allegations. Like it's one or the other. Pick your poison.
I mean, don't yanderes commit homicide, or am I wrong on that, Kennedy?
Always. Sometimes they're just spooky, you know? Or
I
scary,
suppose.
but not skeleton.
One of them has a reason, the other doesn't really have a reason.
Okay, so your choice is the tsundere or the yandere.
I'm gonna talk to Sakura. I was thinking
Okay.
about, like, I feel bad about, like, ditching Tosaka, but my rationale here is we told Sakura that we would explain things to her. Tosaka just kind of, like, assumed that when she said, you know, go to the roof, we would be free. So, like, I feel like we made more of a commitment to Sakura.
I see.
So that's my logic.
I mean, we could have explained it at any time, but you're right.
I guess so, yeah. But I kind of
we could do it for both of them.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if we don't now, the game isn't going to give us another chance.
Well, Red will.
But Red will. Oh, right.
Red will give you another chance.
It was hectic this morning, and I couldn't properly explain myself then, so I should go and talk to Sakura now.
Plus, like, if one of these routes is a death route, then it's definitely this route.
Are you assuming every route with the yandere ends in death?
It's possible. I'm not it's possible.
I had
I
a
see.
Every yandere ends with death, but every yandere has death.
I head up to the 4th floor, to the first year classrooms. I peek into her classroom from the hallway, and Sakura notices me right away.
Oh, is something the matter, senpai?
Sakura steps into the hallway and tilts her head in confusion. Oh, so on our way back from when we were driving, we had Jess put on the Dean anime. Let me take it back. Don't watch the Dean anime. It's wild.
It's I apparently have been told it's pretty bad.
Well, I mean,
What?
it's the one that's based off the Fate scenario, but they also just decide to randomly throw in stuff from the other 2 scenarios, and it makes absolutely no sense because they'll do stuff that happens in the second route, and then they'll go back to like earlier in the
first route,
and then it's like, oh, why are we acting like we don't know about this? Because we were literally attacked by this person yesterday.
Right.
I see.
yeah, it just doesn't. Story-wise, it doesn't make any sense.
But we were watching,
Yeah. So,
but we were watching it because we were watching. It's the wrong way to play it. We were listening to it in English because I was driving, obviously.
I
And
hope so.
I have to say, Plompers was a good choice for Sakura and Ilya. And at least compared to the 2006 Gene anime.
Oh, I see. You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
are
W.
better than the official dub.
Hell yeah.
But Pending is obviously the best choice for Berserker compared to the official dub as well.
Oh, yeah.
Berserker had a dub line. Like, I mean, when he yelled out,
He actually speaks?
I thought it would just be like the noise that they play, because they just have like a Berserker noise, which is like roar or whatever whenever Berserker talks, quote unquote. But like, Berserker yelled, and I'm like, oh my god, they got an English voice actor. That was an English voice acting yell.
Maybe they couldn't get the rights for that, yo.
Yeah.
That happened in a lot of anime. Sometimes they couldn't get the rights to the music, so they'd have to re-record all the music.
Maybe they considered the yell music.
Maybe.
But they kept all the other music.
You know.
Anyway,
The yell
different
was
producers.
a sound effect that the anime studio licensed.
Yeah.
but just that, nothing else.
Yes.
It's Berserker's roar TM.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Sakura steps into the hallway and tilts her head in confusion. I thought she would be depressed after what happened with Shinji this morning, but she seems fine. Nothing really happened, but I just came over to ask you to forgive me about what happened with Tosaka. I couldn't talk to you about it this morning, so I want to apologize before I went home.
Oh? What about Miss Tosaka should I forgive you for?
Well,
The yandere really coming.
about the thing where she's going to stay with me for a while. I should have consulted you first, Sakura, but instead I decided on my own. I'm sorry. But there's a legitimate reason for Tosaka staying over, and it's nothing shameful, and you might not forgive me for it, but I just wanted to tell you that. I lower my head.
If it were shameful.
I lower my head apologetically.
Oh no, you did the thing that makes Sakura upset!
Please do not do that, Senpai. There's no reason for you to apologize. I'm still going to make you breakfast. Be careful.
And dinner!
Yeah, and I was certainly surprised when I learned Miss Tosaka was going to be staying over, but Miss Fujimura approved the arrangements, and so I don't see any problem. Just be careful of your dinner.
Oh man.
You're the master of your own home, so you can do as you wish with it. And it's not my place to say anything about it.
Just don't eat the rice in the red bowl.
You dummy. What the hell are you talking about, Sakura? That house is mine, Fujine, and yours. I shouldn't just decide things on my own.
Senpai?
That's why I need to apologize. Rather than be mad at Tosaka, you should be mad at me. Because, well, I'm the one who invited Tosaka over without consulting with my family first. And if you don't want Tosaka to stay over, I'll call it off. I know it's not enough to earn your forgiveness, but I can't continue to do something you don't like. This isn't just me trying to smooth things over. I'm speaking from my heart. Teaming up with Tosaka doesn't mean she needs to live with me. There should be other ways to work effectively with her.
Then I'll forgive you. I will allow Miss Tosaka to stay over, and
Well,
I also forgive you for being so selfish. Is that what you want, Senpai?
Are you sure, Sakura?
Yes. And I will not even ask about the circumstances. I'm satisfied just hearing you say that.
You basically just declared her waifu. Jesus Christ.
She's content. She is vibing.
Sakura looked
Yeah.
at me,
Like, oh,
smiling warmly.
I'm part of your family?
I wanna-
Waifu?
I want to see this.
Oh. So wait, what are
Like, what are you trying to do?
I was trying to see if I got like Sakura points for doing that.
Is there
Probably.
Sakura points? Do we get Sakura points?
Because like
You can get points.
see, we got negative Sakura points here.
Wait, when did I get negative Sakura points?
Day 2, at the beginning of day 2.
When
Are-
we went to practice instead of going straight to the kitchen.
I don't know, but it was at the
I think
beginning
that
of
was
day 2.
what happened.
But we got positive
So-
soccer points here.
Okay, I didn't know. Wait, I didn't know that we were accumulating soccer points. What do the soccer points do?
Nothing, because we're
It
in the fate
means-
scenario.
We're in the fate scenario, so it means nothing. But if we're in like the Sakura scenario, you might want to get more Sakura points.
Okay,
Okay, it just means you will not die in your sleep. By
excellent. Always a
But
win.
the Sakura won't go to you a little bit earlier in the morning than usual and
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
pillow
need
you to
reach
death.
This threshold of Sakura points to live.
Because
Basically.
Penning, I'll tell you this right now. There's 4 points.
Okay.
There's Saber points, Rin points, Sakura points, and Ilya points.
Ilya points too. Okay.
Ilya points too, yeah. And
Yep.
Huh.
depending on the amount of points you get, or the amount of points you don't get, it's pretty completely possible that we might end up seeing a bloody dead end at some point somehow.
So
Yep.
wait. So I gained a Sakura point there. Did I lose a Rin point? Do I have to
I
juggle everyone's
assume-
points?
I don't see you gaining I don't see the little Sakura symbol here, so don't
I
think-
didn't even get a Sakura point for this.
Nope.
Nope.
You just don't gain a Rin point probably.
Oh man.
No, wait. Fred, go back.
go
But Sakura
back.
seems so
Go to your
happy.
There's a little heart symbol next to.
Yeah, because I think these are the choices that you get points from.
Okay. So you could have
Ah.
gotten points and you didn't.
but Sakura seems so happy.
Is the underage? Have you learned nothing?
I guess.
And
Yeah.
basically, unless Shiro goes and is like, okay, we're getting married now, I don't think, in all honesty, anything Shiro says will mean anything to Sakura.
I feel like he came pretty close to that though.
I mean, he called her family. That's like, you could be a sister and be family.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
What a nice
And
girl that Sakura, you know?
Basically treating her like a sister.
Oh no.
She's not
Okay.
pretending.
I'm questioning that now.
Sakura is giving her honest approval of Tosaka staying with me.
Shiro,
Thanks.
are you a accurate narrator?
No. Not once has he been an accurate narrator from the very beginning.
Thanks,
no.
Sakura. I'm real glad.
Especially around girls.
Yeah.
I think it's because they don't actually track the Sakura points very much in the Fate scenario. Like, they tracked them before because that was like the common route.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Am I lying?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm the one who's glad.
Those are some interesting eyes. Normally
Yeah.
those are the sarcastic eyes, aren't they?
You're so happy.
Oh, but may I ask you something? If I told you I didn't want Miss Tosaka to stay, what would you have done?
Well, if you had done that, I might have gone to her instead. Because I actually do need to be with Tosaka for a while.
Wow. Okay.
Wow! This is what I'm talking about, Pending!
Okay, this is why we didn't get Sakura points.
You go to her.
I don't think Emiya is a bad narrator. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, instead of
No,
Tosaka
you
staying
can be a
here.
bad narrator and be an idiot. I hate to tell you this. Just being a bad person doesn't mean you're like negative and a terrible person. It just means you're not reliable.
Instead of Tosaka staying here, I probably would have had to stay at Tosaka's place. That way, I wouldn't need to bother you or Fujine about our arrangements.
Oh my god, man.
He really just said, I would just live with Rin, I guess.
The thought of staying at a home of a girl I admire, or rather admired, past tense, would be terrifying, but I would have no other choice. Well, I appreciate it. If that had happened, I think she would tease me even more than she does right now. That's a
Shiro,
relief.
Sakura already left.
I'm so glad Sakura forgave me. Hey, wait. Sakura? What's wrong? You look pale. I call out to her, asking if she's alright. Sakura seems to be lost in thought.
You just called me your family and now you tell me you would move with a woman? So this is what I'm talking about, Penny.
I'm so glad I didn't say that.
She sighs deeply for some reason.
For some reason.
For some reason.
For some reason. I can't imagine why, you know?
What a nice girl that Sakura.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I did wrong. Here's where I went wrong. I assumed that by explaining things, Shiro would be capable of making things better. That was my bad.
When has Shiro ever been able to talk to a woman at all, except for maybe Saber for that 1 second? But Saber, I feel like, has been more, not so much that he's been good at talking to women, but more that she's like, you know, I'm too smart for this shit, and so I don't care.
Saber is extremely accommodating.
Basically.
Yeah.
Saber's like, we have a war to win.
Sorry, no, that was my bad. I messed that up. I messed that up.
Fine. We'll find out what happens later on. I'm sure.
It's after school. The end of the day, bell rings. I prepare to bag my bag to go home. Saber's waiting, so I should go straight home.
He does not see anything wrong with what has happened.
There are a few students still scattered in the hallway. Some students going to their club activities. Some students still lingering, killing time. And a student who's about 10 meters away stomping towards me, looking real mad. There's just so many kinds of students still around.
Oh man, that last line sounded like it would have been a joke, except it was written there.
I think there's something strange in that mix of students, so I quickly turn around and head towards the stairs. Alright, I just remember that I was told to do something this morning. I may have been told something, but at this point, my only choice is to pretend I forgot. Actually, I don't see that working. I'll just say I didn't hear.
Hold it right there! You've got guts running away from me when you see me.
Damn, I got caught. Actually,
at this rate, we're gonna see his guts again.
Actually, there's nowhere for me to run if I go home, so I let myself get caught here to minimize the damage. ... I turn slowly. Yeah, she's absolutely livid.
Uh-huh.
The way she looks now, you wouldn't even imagine she's the school's top honor student. Yo, what a coincidence, Tosaka. Want to go home together if you're leaving? We're heading the same way anyway.
Pump. Don't let's go home, Shiro. You idiot. Do you have any idea the position you're in right now? I'm going to warn you. So why didn't you come to the rooftop earlier?
Yeah.
Or I was going to warn you? I don't know.
It seemed like such a good idea at the time, I swear.
She looks so threatening. At this point, she won't listen to any excuses I make. But she probably won't calm down if I don't explain myself. Sorry, I went to talk to Sakura at lunchtime, so I couldn't go to the rooftop. She's showing no sign of calming down, so I tell her the truth. And then, Tosaka looks at me blankly, like she's just seen a ghost.
You went to Sakura? You mean you went and talked to her about me staying at your place?
Yeah, remember how we left things up in the air with her this morning? So I went to ask her for her approval of you staying over. ...
I see. Well, I can't say much then, can I?
Oh, she has a soft spot for Sakura.
Tosaka sheaths her sword just like that, and then, for some reason...
Fine. I forgive you for ditching me at lunchtime. I'm sorry for making you do extra work for Sakura.
God, I hope he says what he tells Rin what he told Sakura, and Rin's just like, why did you say that?
I can't wait for him to potentially tell Saber what he said to Sakura after getting advice if something bad happens.
Yeah.
She looks sullen as she's making her apology. Well, there's nothing for you to apologize for. So why did you call me up to the rooftop? It was important, right?
Hey, yes, I told you to meet me up there because I had something to tell you as a master. I wanted to warn you to be careful because there's a bounded field set up over the school.
Wait. A bounded field? Here at school?
That's right. You may not have noticed, but it's a pretty tricky thing that's been set up. Oh my god, am I gonna start? Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Alright, time for the exposition about everyone. The seals or signs are installed around a wide area, and once they're activated, the whole thing will envelop the entire school.
I
Next.
just want Shiro to look Rin dead in the eyes and say, "Fascinating. Tell me everything you know about seals."
He doesn't even have to say anything. She will say everything.
Yeah, true.
Even if he doesn't want to.
True.
It's intended to steal flesh and blood from all people within the bounded field. It looks like it's still at the beginning stages, but haven't you noticed how listless everyone seems?
Oh. Now that she mentions it, I felt a little strange 2 days ago. But that was why? But that means there's a master at school?
Exactly. We have an enemy lurking here. Do you get it now, Emiya? They're not likely to attack here at school, but I wanted to tell you to be on alert so you're prepared for battle at any time. ...
No wonder Tosaka was so mad. Here I was, spending my entire day in ignorant peace. Sorry, I should have met you during lunchtime.
You damn well should have. Saber entrusted you to me, so if you had skipped out for some stupid reason, I would have cast a chaos... Wow, really? A chaos on you to force you to come. Jesus Christ. But I'll let it pass this time. As it turns out, nothing happened today.
So all's well that ends well. I feel better hearing her say that. Tosaka, do you know who set up the bounded field? Is it someone from the school?
No, I don't know yet. I don't sense the presence of any mages other than me here, so they may be an outsider. But there are cases when an amateur like you winds up becoming a master too. So I can't be sure, but there's a good chance it's someone from this school. They'd have to not stand out here, since they managed to set up a bounded field at the school and all. ...
Someone who wouldn't seem suspicious if they came into the school. So it'd either be a student or a teacher. Whoever it might be, it means Tosaka and I
Me, Emiya.
are the only
I
masters
bet
here.
you never thought that I,
I
student
feel like
council president, would be
just
a main
basically said-
character.
So it's basically anyone at this school.
It's basically anybody at school.
What do
Or
you
he could have just said,
mean?
and the janitor too, you know, just add that there.
No,
Yeah.
the janitor's suspicious.
Of course.
I feel like you guys are annoying my big reveal.
A TJ.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I was I heard like the ghost of the student president somewhere in the
Go
past.
for it, Lancer.
It's not the only problem. Listen, Shiro, once the bounded field is complete and activated, I guess this is a thing with spiritual people. Like, they like to talk over people. It'll dissolve it.
Are you
everybody's
still
pride.
expositioning
Think
right
of
now?
it
Seriously?
Like they're in the belly of some creature. Or rather, we might not be affected by it because we're protecting ourselves with magical energy, but anybody who doesn't possess magical energy will weaken and die without their knowing.
This is way beyond just involving ordinary citizens. If this bounded field activates, it'll kill everyone in the school. Is this you still?
I think
Talking?
it is still me.
That's
Yep.
wild.
That's wild that they put that quote there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wild.
I hate it when they do that, but they do it all the time. This is way beyond just involving ordinary citizens. If the bounded field activates, it will kill everyone in school. Do you understand? There's a master in the school who is willing to make a bounded field this awful.
What? My vision
Teresa.
blurs momentarily. I take a deep breath so I can make sure I fully comprehend what Tosaka is trying to say. But it stops there. I attempt to imagine the worst possible outcome, even if my imagining may fall short. I keep that image deep within my heart and accept the position I've been placed in. I get what you're trying to say. So Tosaka,
In your cocoa.
we can't try to destroy this bounded field. Can't we try to destroy this bounded field?
I tried, but it was impossible. Hiccup. I found all the sources for it, but I can't destroy them. The only thing I can do is temporarily weaken the sources to delay the whole thing from activating.
So as long as you're here, the bounded field can't fully be formed?
I can only hope, but that's wishful thinking. The bounded field is already set up with magical energy needed to activate it, gradually accumulating. According to Archer's estimate, everything will be ready in about 8 days. 8 days. Doesn't sound as threatening as 7 days, does it?
Yeah, eight is a very unthreatening number. Now 7 though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and in Buddhism, 8's like a lucky number, if I'm correct. Anyway, when it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Same in Judaism.
oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. When it's
Yeah.
ready, either the master or servant will transform the school into living hell.
And before that
Then-
happens,
Oh, okay, that is definitely you this time. We need to defeat the master lurking in this school, but it'll be challenging to find them. We've pretty much been at their mercy from the very moment the bounded field was formed. The master just needs to wait until it's ready to be activated, because I can't read. They don't need to make themselves known until then, so the only chance we have is...
Tosaka, are you like reading your lines out of a book or something? Are we having a conversation?
Well, I was reading my notes that I made regarding the field just to make sure I said everything perfectly about my diatribe.
I got a theory right now.
I'm
I got a
listening.
theory. Okay. Sakura is the one who made the bounded fields thing, and now that we really bungled everything with her, she has decided that she's going to use it to take out Ren.
And
That's
everyone in school, including Shiro.
Well, no, Shiro will probably be spared.
Listen, if I can't have him, no one can.
All the teachers, except for she really respects the Fujimura, so I don't know if she would do that just because.
For now.
No.
Well, she respected Fujimura, but after she betrayed her by allowing Rin to stay over, you know.
No, I think she still trusts Fujimura for now. That's why she was willing to capitulate to her.
When they come out, right?
Yeah, when they come out, right?
That was me.
That was you? Bingo! You should stay quiet until then. You'll have to fight whether you like it or not when the time comes, and it'd be stupid to let the enemy find you, were you to go searching for the master yourself.
I get it. We can't leave someone.
Bingo in the Japanese.
Bingo. You think she said it in English? Bingo. You want me to fucking? You want me to?
You don't have to. I was just wondering. It was just a comment.
But we're committed now. You know. I've already opened up settings.
You did do that without even asking.
I've already opened up settings, so we're committed.
All right. Okay.
You're just trying to figure out if I said bingo.
Gometto.
Kometo?
Well, it wasn't bingo in English.
No, it wasn't.
That's a shame.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was the
turn off the
BMG.
BMG.
Yeah, turn off the background music.
We don't need BMG.
Really, this seemed to be a completely silent game.
Yes.
What? We're here. It's not silent.
Well, I mean the game, you know? We can't leave someone who would make a bounty field like that on the loose. But since I don't know who they are, just making a move at random might cause more problems than it solves.
Exactly. I've already done everything I can to slow down the bounded field for today, so I'll have to handle the rest tomorrow.
If only you were there, we could have fixed this, but alas.
I could have even potentially shown you the sign.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you had a good, nice talk with Sakura.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to do at school,
Yeah, at least
so
you patched things
you
up with
head home.
Sakura. There's that.
yeah. At least you patch things up with Sakura in case you die.
Yeah, you know, there's there's no lingering resentment there.
No, you won't die yet.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm fine with going home now. But what about you, Tosaka?
Don't worry about me. Saber's waiting for you. She'll be mad if you don't hurry home.
I forgot. Saber was against me going to school, and she's only allowed me to do so under the condition that I come home before sunset. Sure looks like sunset outside.
It sure does. Then see you later. Go home. No detours.
Tosaka makes her way toward the back of the school. Maybe she has something to do at the gym. After watching her backside head toward the gym for a bit, I hurry out of
You
the
watching
school.
my backside, boy?
Hey,
Why are you watching my backside?
stop doing that thing that women do when they know like a guy's looking at them.
Uh-huh.
The gate is still locked. Oh right, it's been a while since I came home this early. I usually help out doing odd jobs or go to a part-time job, so it's rare for me to come straight home after school. I usually find the gate unlocked and Sakura preparing dinner inside. I've gotten so used to that after a year, I've forgotten how important coming home early can be. Even the simple act of opening a locked gate makes me realize how thankful I should be for Sakura coming here. What a nice girl, that Sakura.
You know,
Yeah, glad you sorted things out with her.
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm home. I step into the hallway as I call out. The moment I enter the living room, I see the blonde girl.
That's who Saber is, the blonde girl. Wow.
Yes.
That blonde girl.
You're back, Master. ...
For a split second, as I see Saber, I feel like I've hurled into a dream of some sorts, or some sort of fantasy. Damn, he's head over heels for her.
Shiro, did you just get home?
What is that other girl doing right behind you? Shiro turns around and sees Sakura. And
So he
Sakura's
turns
just-
around and Sakura vanishes into the wall before. What are you talking about? You're being silly, Saber.
She calls my name in a quiet voice. I finally come back to reality. Saber! Sorry, you surprised me, popping up so suddenly like that. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl, rather than Saber.
Oh, your orders were for me to stay here. Was I mistaken?
Oh, no, I just got confused. Don't worry about it. But how
Popping
you
up
feeling,
out of
Saber?
nowhere, she was standing in the hallway.
Next to her room where she was probably sleeping too.
Yeah.
You said you're going to sleep a lot, so does that mean you're...
There's no problem with me being awake now. Well, it would be ideal for me to sleep except when fighting, but that would leave me rusty. I should move around periodically or my body will not be properly responsive when I most need it.
Got it. You have a point there. You get a headache if you sleep all day, and I'm sure you're not sleeping because you're sleepy.
Yes, that's true. I do not sleep because I get fatigued. But Shiro, did you say you get a headache when you sleep too much?
Don't you? People don't typically do well if they sleep a good chunk of the day. In my case, I'll get woken up by a headache, so I can't sleep for more than half a day.
How strange. That never happened to me. I've always been able to sleep as much as I like, both now and in the past.
Dang. I mean, I get headaches when I sleep too much.
No, I haven't had that before.
You haven't? It happens to me if I sleep
Nope.
if I sleep like 10 hours or longer, then I get a headache.
Yeah, maybe because you're
My
hungry.
normal is 10 hours. What
I
are
would
you talking
assume.
about?
I'm just
I would
saying.
assume you mean you get dehydrated probably because you've been sleeping too long. That would be the most common thing for a headache.
I'm just
Drink
saying.
more.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I also found it funny that you said 10 hours is also mine is 10 hours generally too.
10 hours is normal for me.
I mean,
10
it's,
hours is normal.
sometimes I'll sleep 12 hours and won't get it, but I'll get it at 10 hours.
I mean, you
often.
generally sleep 12 hours if you did an all-night stream again.
That doesn't sound particularly efficient, Saber. Sleeping all day would be a waste. Would it be more fun to wake up and play if you weren't sleepy?
You may be right. You waste less time that way.
Right? You may have been forced to do this because you're with me, but once your contract with me ends, you should go back to your normal lifestyle and cycle.
Isn't
It
she
made-
dead?
It may not be my place to say, but if this becomes a habit and you sleep all day, people might start to think of you as that you're lazy.
Yeah, Saber, be a normal girl.
Was it?
It
Was she
may in
not
fact
dead?
be too late. Some may already see me that way.
I thought. Wait, she was in the spirit world, right?
Well, she's from They get summoned from the throne of heroes.
She was in this world at some point, and she was
at some point, yeah.
Yeah, she was a person at some point.
After this, though,
Supposedly.
she goes back to the spirit.
If you think Hercules was a real person.
But after this, though, she goes.
Hercules.
I don't think anyone thinks that Cucullin or Hercules are real people.
It's more like
I do. That sounds so cool.
Yeah,
They would be cool if they were real,
yeah,
but
those Plompers.
I would rather them be real than it be not real.
I'm sorry.
think of them as more as like personifications of the spiritual heroes.
That is a good way to look at it. And sometimes
Yeah. So, I was gonna say like it's like how we gave like a personification to like lightning and thunder and Zeus.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, since he
Well,
doesn't
like-
actually exist.
Pending, did you watch American Gods or have some understanding of American Gods?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
It's a TV show in which it talks about this guy's journey with dealing with a bunch of gods still existing. And because the US, well, there was a Native American gods though, but because the US doesn't technically have any idols or gods technically outside of the Christian God, they have like a god for the internet and for other things like that, because we have fed so much into that kind of personification of how vital and important it
Internet
is that
god.
it becomes a
RNG god, gotcha
deity.
Is there a gun god?
god. The gun god?
I can't remember. I know the internet god was one, and I think there's one for capitalism or something.
Oh, the fast food god. That makes sense.
Another example is are you familiar with like Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
I've never
how they
heard
have
of Final
ages?
Fantasy 14.
So like how there's the 12, right? In
Okay.
Final Fantasy? Yeah, it's basically like that where the 12 they're not actually like gods. They're kind of just like or they're kind of like primals where a ton of people's beliefs and shit ended up giving them a personification. Like with Be Free.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like how they summon the primals.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 And to answer your question, what are some of the other gods? The new gods, which is the ones that they're talking about, include Technical Boy, who is the god of technology and the internet, personified as an adult-sized fat child. The goddess of media, which is a new goddess of television and pop culture. That's the one I was thinking of. The Black Hats, which is Mr. Road, Mr. Town, and Mr. Wood and Mr. Stone, that apparently represent conspiracy theories. The tangibles, which are basically the gods of the modern stock market. And then there is the god of globalization. And then there's a couple other gods for like cars and trains and airplanes and cosmetic surgery and
Transportation.
stuff. Yep.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So
It's kind of. I feel like I've seen that kind of thing.
Hey, Pending?
Kind of, yeah.
She thinks about it and furrows her bro. I thought this was
feel
just
like
an idle chit chat, but Sarah doesn't really get
Oh,
the
okay. I
get
guess we're
jokes.
moving on.
yeah, that's why he said that.
Yeah. Okay. No, all right.
We moved to the
I mean,
living
we
room.
can still talk about it and then
Sarah looks like she wants to know what happened
I mean,
today.
I think that's.
So
think
I
it's
just
an
had to tell her
interesting
about the bounty
idea
field at
that,
school.
Like,
Tosaka warned me about.
like these concepts have become our equivalency of gods. Like because like
What can you do?
in I'm not like
I
super
like
knowledgeable when it
KyriePending
comes to like
reasoning
Greek,
this through.
Greek gods and Roman gods and stuff. But essentially their gods, as best I understand, were personifications of
more or
like,
less, or
things
they
that
were
couldn't
kings and
control.
historical figures
Yeah.
that got legendized.
Yeah.
All right,
like,
I see.
like I
The
think
master
about,
must be
like,
planning to use the people inside the
like
school as a
Poseidon,
sacrifice.
who is the god of
To be blunt,
like, the
probably.
ocean,
Yeah.
and then we
Tosaka
had, like,
said it
gods
needs
of
more time,
wind,
though.
We had gods of good harvest and stuff. So like all
I
the
agree.
things that
Completing
were
a bounded
pointed on-
field that large should
deified.
take a considerable amount
So-
of time. It's possible
So
to
I can
enclose
see
a
how
school
like,
building,
you could
so
make
it
the
was
equivalent
most likely
to, like,
chosen to function
what's
in a
important
manner
to us
similar
in
to a
modern
temple altar.
society would also get that kind of personification. So like a good harvest was
So you-
I
important.
believe it would take
to
at least 10 days to fully activate a bounded field of that
a
scale.
good gacha
I'm
roll,
trying,
or,
man.
like-
It's hard to stay focused.
I know.
Or like that
10
is,
days.
like,
I felt something
the
strange 2 days
personification
ago
now.
on Saturday.
So, yeah,
So that
you
means
can
it's
have, like,
we
the
still have
god
about
of
8 more
evil or the
days.
god of
That lines up with Tosaka's
capitalism.
estimate, which was
Yeah.
really actually Archer's
It makes
estimate.
sense.
which kind of like a god of fortune from like ye
Yes,
olden
whether the
days.
bounded field is meant to gather
Mhm.
sacrifices or
Yeah.
is intended to solidify the opponent's defenses, both will pose a problem for us if we permit its
By the
completion.
way, did
We will
you
need to find the master who created this bounded field
Yes.
before that happens.
you might know this. You
Yeah,
might know this. This
Tosaka
is a
said it
little
would be
bit of
challenging,
trivia.
but it should be easy to identify
Uh-huh.
someone if they're
This
looking
is
in
a
the
little
school.
bit of trivia for
We need to
everyone.
do everything
but
that we
you might
can to
already
find
know
them
this.
and make them
You-
stop the bounded field.
You know how like there are certain signs that say
The chances
that
of
have,
them
like,
being someone
a
from school are
Y
pretty
where
high,
Y doesn't
considering
make
they
any
were set
sense.
up their bounded field. A student or a teacher. Starting tomorrow, I'll search the school as thoroughly as I can during lunch and try to find anyone suspicious. Other than
A
that,
sign where a Y
we'll
is
need to
placed,
figure out
though.
what kind of
A
servant they
Y
have with
doesn't
them.
make sense.
Then again, we'll
let
only
me
learn
think
that
of
once we found them.
Let me think of it.
Then the only other thing I can do right now is think about the servants I've encountered already.
Hey, Pending, do you know what's going on?
No, I haven't been paying attention.
Okay, I figured.
I have at least been reading. I will say that. I'm also
Alright, what's
Pending.
been going on? What's been
Saber's
going on?
awake, so now's my chance to ask her about
They're
them.
figuring out a plan of attack to try and take care of the bounded field at the school.
Also pending.
Okay.
Oh, it's time. Oh,
also
okay.
pending.
Oh, you
Well
actually have to
done.
pay attention now, Pending.
So
Okay,
pending,
okay.
I'm sure you're paying attention to what we're talking about, right? So
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, we're
Okay.
talking about battle plans, so you could talk about any of these.
Saber's awake. Now's my chance to ask her about them. Okay, then. Oh, okay. So we should either Lancer, Archer, or Berserker. I'm gonna say Berserker is the most important one to talk about. Berserker's the biggest threat.
that giant.
Unless Ilya is bored.
I should
Yeah.
I should ask about the servant who overwhelmed Saber, Berserker. According to Saber and Tosaka, he is likely the strongest servant, if only in battle. Saber, what would happen if you fought against Berserker again? Would you not be able to win with me as your master? I'm Saber's greatest weakness. I ask whether she's unable to demonstrate her full potential just because she formed a contract with an inexperienced master like me.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure we already had this conversation, but I could be wrong.
That's not the case, Shiro. Even if you were a prepared and experienced master, that would not alter the fact that Berserker is an extremely powerful foe. You need not blame your own immaturity as a master in this matter.
That may be true, but it didn't change the fact that you have a lot of limitations placed on you. So let's say you were at your full potential.
No. Even were I at my full potential, it would still be difficult to defeat Berserker. Or rather, it is likely impossible for any servant to corner that giant. Shiro, do you remember the battle that night? Berserker easily deflected Rin's magecraft attack. However, he does not have magical resistances like I do. He simply nullified Rin's magecraft with his own brute strength.
I did see that, but is that surprising? That just means Berserker's body is tough, right?
No, that's not right. Berserker did not endure Rin's magecraft, he simply repelled it. There's a significant difference. If he had endured the attack, it would mean that his armor would eventually break, a single spot where attacked repeatedly. Repelling it is another matter entirely. That means Rin's magecraft never reached Berserker to begin with.
Didn't reach? Does that mean he nullified magecraft like you do?
Yes, but as I mentioned earlier, Berserker does not possess magical resistance. That can only mean his noble phantasm was what repelled the magecraft. I can only speculate, but Berserker's noble phantasm may be his armor, and it may not be just any armor, but close to a theoretical magecraft called conceptual weapon. Berserker likely possesses an ability to nullify all types of attacks that are below a certain threshold. That may be why my sword and Rin's magecraft did not get through. If Berserker is indeed the hero from Greece, His abilities are likely to be ranked A. If we want to injure him, we'll likely have to use an attack that is at least of the same level as him.
An attack at the same rank? Does that mean...
Yes, I hesitate to say this, but it's likely that he would nullify any attack, would it be a normal attack or a noble phantasm below rank A. If we mean to defeat the giant, we'll need a normal attack that is at least rank A, as well as a noble phantasm that exceeds that level. ...
I close my eyes and remember Saber's abilities. You telling me to go look at Saber? Alright. Sure.
Smiles.
Did it
Rank
change?
C. Rank C sword. I mean, no. You know. She has B rank riding, by the way. She can drive cars.
So
Shiro just opens the
we need to use-
encyclopedia in his head.
Yeah.
Okay, who else has rank
Use
A?
it- Yeah, she has it rank A spells.
Well, these are her skills.
Right.
These are
skills.
her passive skills.
Okay.
What about Lancer?
Oh,
So-
wait.
Hate to see it.
Wait, what's his status? His ranks and status. Agility's A.
Yeah, he's a
They
fast
can't do
guy.
any damage. Yeah, they can't do damage to Berserker.
Phil's Archer, man.
Oh, Archer can't do anything against Berserker.
Phil's Archer.
Sorry, Archer.
Poor buddy.
You know,
He's just trying.
Yeah, he's doing his best. Oh man.
To be fair, I feel like
Berserker's
Archer's main
killing.
thing is that he's really good at like reconnaissance and stuff like that.
I guess so.
He has longer range. I mean, look up,
Berserker's killing.
yeah, look at Berserker
Yeah.
stats.
Does he have longer range if all he does is summon swords?
I'm just listen. Archers have range, okay? That's why they're archers.
Yeah, he can throw the swords. That's what makes him an archer, right? He throws
I-
swords.
That's probably what makes him an archer.
When you see a saber throw a sword, no, they swing swords. Would you see a lancer throw a spear? Yes, maybe actually.
We know that Archer has like a million swords because he just
Wouldn't
has
just
them like
throwing a
out of thin
sword
air.
just be the same thing assassins do when they throw knives?
Well, maybe you should be an assassin then. Let's
Oh,
see.
not the one who summoned him.
Oh, like Saber Strength. Her normal attacks are rank B, and her Noble Phantasm is rank C. Dang. He actually straight up looked at it. Unbelievable. If what Saber is saying is true, there's no way we can even hurt Berserker, let alone defeat him. Wait a minute. Aren't the standards for strength and Noble Phantasms measured differently? Even if the ranks are low, aren't Noble Phantasms powerful weapons? So if we convert its strength, wouldn't it at least be a rank A?
Yes, noble phantasms are not comparable to normal attacks. A noble phantasm of rank C is equivalent to an A or A plus rank in normal abilities.
I do like how we're like video game explaining this right now. Like you're choosing
Yeah.
your
Absolutely.
In a video game.
Yeah.
But the logic that protects Berserker operates beyond the scope of reality. Even if a noble phantasm is strong enough to destroy the world, it is below rank A. The idea is that it will still be nullified.
The next time we're attacked will be our last. We'll die.
No. No matter who the heroic spirit is, they will always have a weakness. At the very least, Berserker does not possess an attack that is at an anti-fortress level. We should be able to avoid being wiped out by a single attack.
Once my wounds have completely healed, I should be able to fight more evenly in a one-on-one. She's still talking. They're crazy.
Yep, she is.
Okay, they just missed the quotes there. I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they did the thing where they continued it and ended the paragraph with quotes and then forgot to start the new paragraph with the same quotes, even though it didn't switch persons.
Yeah.
Once my wounds have completely healed, I should be able to fight more evenly in a one-on-one match against him. You should be able to retreat during that time, or I might be able to find an opportunity to win if I have some form of backup.
So ultimately, retreating is what I have to do, huh? So until
Like an
then,
archer.
we need to find out Berserker's weakness. So Saber,
Until then,
what is an
let's talk to
anti-fortress attack?
Sakura again. I feel like this time I can really patch things up.
Yeah.
Why
It's
would
a
he
type
be
of
patching
attack
things
power
up? He
in
just
range
hasn't
of
done
a
anything
noble
wrong yet.
phantasm.
Yeah.
Anti-personal noble phantasms shine in single combat. Anti-army noble phantasms wreak havoc on entire groups of enemies.
Single attack, AoE attack.
Anti-fortress noble phantasms white out massive areas in a single blow.
A nuke.
Noble phantasms largely fall into these three categories.
I see. Anti-army and anti-fortress attacks. Just from their names, they sound like giant missiles. They'd wipe out Tosaka and me in an instant. Luckily, Berserker doesn't have any attacks like that.
Pew pew.
But that is where the master comes in to compensate. Elizabeth has a tremendous amount of magical energy. She's a skilled mage, and were Berserker concentrating on protecting her, I would most likely be unable to protect you. ...
I see. Berserker isn't our only concern. Master and servant are one. I am Saber's weakness in that regard, too. So about the other servants.
Please wait, Shiro. Someone has entered the gate of this property.
What? You can sense something like that? Oh crap, it's already so late. This is bad. Sakura must be back. The doorbell rings, and from the front entrance, I hear Sakura's voice.
God, is Sakura gonna like walk in on Saber now?
I know, Sakura, are you?
I don't know. I'm coming in.
Saber, sorry, but...
Yes, I know. I will retire to my room, so please do not mind me.
Sakura can't hear this woman talking.
Saber goes back to her room. Almost as if switching with Saber.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
that.
that's me, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm home. Good. You came home really like I asked you to.
Tosaka walks in, laden with shopping bags.
Thank you for having me again, Senpai. It's rare for you to be home so early.
Sakura walks in, smiling happily.
Oh, it's both of us. Hey.
Yeah, I think she saw us going to the grocery store to buy groceries because we're cooking dinner today. Or we told Sakura we're cooking dinner today. Okay, everything is ready and I'm going to get started.
Tosaka psychs herself up and heads to the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Rin wanted to cook dinner tonight.
Yep.
Senpai, about dinner tonight.
How am I going to slip poison into your food if you cook?
You don't have to worry about it. So it's Tosaka's turn today. You prepared breakfast for us, so leave dinner to us. She said I will handle dinner while Tosaka's staying here.
Oh, very well. If you say so, then I will have to oblige.
Sakura quietly sits down. I hear a fiery, boisterous sound coming from the kitchen, but I see nothing of Tosaka. I guess I can trust her. I should stay in my room until dinner's ready, considering Saber's waiting there. I'm going to rest in my room. If Fujine comes, tell her she should prepare the bath herself for a change.
Oh, okay. Please go relax, Senpai. I'll come and get you once dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to knock when you come into my room. A little before 6 o'clock. I figure dinner will be ready around 7 o'clock.
You're telling her she has to knock now?
I return to my room and find Saber sleeping in the room next door. Bummer. I thought I could talk to her a little more. I click my tongue with disappointment and sit down. Wait a minute. What am I thinking? There's nothing else I can talk to her about apart from the Holy Grail War.
There are at least 2 other people on that list we gotta talk about.
Besides,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how to act around Saber. Oh well, if she's asleep, I should let her rest. I mutter to myself and stare at the hands of the clock. Last night, Saber, Tosaka, and I ate dinner. But today, Sakura and Fujine are in the mix as well, making it 5 people. Oh, actually, Saber can't join. As long as Fujine and Sakura are around, I can't have Saber come out of her room. I wonder if Saber ate breakfast. Last night, Saber was nodding while eating her dinner. Based on her behavior, I thought like she doesn't need food. I didn't prepare lunch for her, so she must be hungry. Once Fujine and Sakura go home, I should warm up some dinner for Saber. She'll have to eat alone, but there's nothing we can do about that. It's just... Imagining Saber eating by herself is making me mad. Urgh. People shouldn't eat alone. Ever.
And people should eat breakfast always.
This Tosaka? I can't see any other reason they'd say Shiro.
I'm going to guess it is. Shiro, are you awake?
Tosaka knocks on my door and peeks her head in. Tosaka, what's going on?
Nothing. Dinner's ready, so come on out.
It's already that time? I pick myself and glance toward Saber's room and head to the hallway.
Oh. Oh, there you are! Look at all these dishes. Can you believe it? Tosaka could cook Chinese cuisine. Something that has long been absent from our menu.
Fujine dances excitedly around the table, which is laid out with dinner. Now that she mentioned it, it does all look like Chinese dishes today. 4 big plates decorate the table. Crab meat with egg omelet, shredded beef with green peppers, a vegetable stir fry with some fancy meat I've never seen before, and for some reason, a plate full of steamed shumai. Salad has been served on individual plates for everyone, and the setup seems to have been well thought out. It's pretty extravagant. Fujine loves it. This is a surprise. I thought you would make something Western.
Oh, she did consider making Western dishes, but when I mentioned that no one in this household makes... Wait, huh? Oh, makes Chinese dishes, she volunteered to make some.
Why would she set out to do something no one else does? Hey, Sakura!
Very Rin.
You and Tosaka came home at the same time. Did you two go shopping together or something?
Yes, Miss Tosaka was waiting for me until Kyoto's club practice ended, and we decided to shop for groceries on our way home.
I had no idea. Looks like you two are closer than I thought.
That may be true. Miss Tosaka speaks to me often at school, too. I don't know what made her take a liking to me, but she's been very kind to me ever since I came to this school.
It's gonna make killing her all the harder.
But Tosaka is a really nice upperclassman.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Enough yapping! Let's eat! I'm so hungry!
Fujine sits down excitedly.
You heard her. You two should sit down. Chinese food gets criminally bad when it's cold.
Tosaka sits down after she tells us to do the same. ... I sit down without a word. Everyone bows and thanks Tosaka for cooking, then starts eating. Whoa! I hate to admit it, but it's good. I've never cooked Chinese food because I've always thought it all tastes the same. But Tosaka's dishes make me realize I had just been my bias on my part, and I find myself regretting that.
Me sitting here Chinese. Bitch, what'd you just say? You want to try that again?
Wow, this is amazing! It's been a while since I've had a dish that goes well with rice. What is she saying? What the hell? Yep, I'm giving you full marks on this one. Are we saying that Sakura doesn't know how to cook meals that go with rice?
I feel like Fujine is being a little too excited about this.
I think it's just because Fujine's
Sakura.
excited to have a food that isn't Japanese or Western food.
I guess so.
Oh, this is me. Sorry, I realized I was talking to myself. 1 second. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to get such an honest opinion from someone like you.
Plompers?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I also see Chinese food in a new light. I don't usually like eating spicy dishes, but this is delicious. They should try Vietnamese food.
This is the dialogue that goes with in the anime, isn't it?
Sakura
They
looks...
should try Vietnamese food. God.
Sakura
They
looks
really
pleased.
should, but I don't think they have that much access to it.
Ugh.
Seeming to enjoy the food
I
too.
know.
After seeing everyone's happy faces, Tosaka...
I know Brain does a lot of internal monologue. It's normal, but that doesn't mean I remember it because I have my internal monologues, but I don't say them out loud like she does half the time.
She turns to face me, her face triumphant. What? You look like you have something to say.
Nothing. I'm just glad everyone liked it. Well, there's one person not being honest about his feelings, but it's amusing to me, so I'll let it slide. I understand how bad it must feel to be beaten at something you're good at.
Ugh, I get it. You made me cook dinner last night because you wanted to assess my cooking.
Are we learning that they're both tsunderes?
No,
Is
they're
that
just
what we're learning
competitive.
here? They're
I don't-
competitive
I
tsunderes?
don't know if he's smart enough to be tsundere.
I don't know. He keeps avoiding his true feelings about things and being like, no, I'm making an excuse, instead of being like, I actually like this food, which is pretty tsundere.
I guess so, but he's also like
Look, there's a
criminally
smart
bad
tsundere and a dumb tsundere. He's obviously dumb tsundere.
I guess, yeah, yeah.
Okay, today's lesson. Never let anyone see your plans or potential.
Man, Penny, she could play Monokuma.
Yeah.
What? Who?
Oh, it's a Danganronpa character.
Okay.
Tosaka returns her food, looking exceedingly pleased with herself. How could this happen? Dinner is a bit livelier than I expected. Sakura and Tosaka are acting like good upper and underclassmen, and Fujine is now completely on Tosaka's side. ... Well, I have no complaints about getting to enjoy a good meal. There's no complaints, but I can't feel unreservedly good about sharing a meal with everyone here. ... I stand up.
Oh, teacher, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to the bathroom, Shiro?
No, I just forgot something. I'm gonna bring them out now, so wait. ... The moment I step out of the living room, I lock eyes with Tosaka, who's looking at me silently.
Oh my god. Is he going to get Saber?
He is.
I just didn't
He's
think it
gonna
was right. That's why. I didn't like the fact that I was making her sit alone, even though she's living with us.
Yo, I'm so excited.
Shiro's pretty fucking dumb when it comes to women.
So, without really
I'm so
considering the
excited.
consequences of my action, I take her hand.
God.
Shiro, what are you
The
doing?
cringe is real.
Just come with me. I'm going to introduce you to everyone.
Have you lost your mind? Please wait. That's
I'm bringing you out because I'm thinking straight. Come on, let's go.
No!
We can deal with whatever happens
Woo!
after.
Let's go,
Wait, Shiro!
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm still
God.
dragging her along by the time we reach the living room. Sorry, Tosaka, could you add one more plate for her? Tosaka doesn't object.
My line like that pending.
But Fujine and Sakura are looking at Saber in confused astonishment. You alright?
I don't have the words.
Go to the next line, Red. We gotta get through this scene in one
love
piece,
this.
you know?
Like, I understand this is like anime, and obviously somehow this is gonna work out fine for him. But
I don't think it's gonna work out fine for him.
there's gonna be yelling, but like everyone will forgive him or something, or we triggered a bad end. I don't know. But like, if this doesn't end badly for him, my suspension of disbelief is completely gone. Like, I could buy like,
This is it.
I
This
could
is the
buy
thing.
I could buy Zombie Brute Hercules more than I can buy this ending well.
You think
this is
Shiro
gonna be-
coming
oh
out
my
with
God, I'm
a
gonna love
fully
this.
grown woman won't trigger any bells?
The second one.
I know it's a little late, but I want to introduce her to you all. Her name is Saber, and I'm going to be taking
Like-
care of her for a while. As you can see, she's a
know-
foreigner, and I'm not used to living in Japan, so please help her with that.
Fujine, I know you just
the black and white is so telling.
I know
Her
you
name is
just-
Saber.
I know you just accepted the whole Rin situation in Sakura. I know you're not accepting of that at all.
Here's
But-
this
but
foreigner
here-
woman who's
look.
an adult living with me too, by the way.
Yeah, I was
She looks
I was
young.
hiding her in the other room. Sorry about that.
Huh.
She's been here for a while, you know. That's why you've been making 5 bowls.
Yeah. ...
The two don't react. It's understandable, but I can't really find an enemy to care right now.
Oh my god.
Damn, Shiro.
He really cannot read people.
Come on, sit over here, Saber.
He's really just an idiot.
It's better when you
Yeah.
eat with everyone.
It is true that it would be more efficient, but I...
Saber realizing how bad the situation has turned into, not knowing what to do as the fifth wheel.
There's no need to be bashful. You're going to be living with us from now on, too. If we're going to live together, we should eat together, too.
Yes, if you say so, I will have to oblige.
You gonna call him master?
You can't do.
Oh boy, let me just move the microphone back a second.
It was
You
such a-
can't do that!
Oh. That's weird. Oh, inverted colors.
My ears! My ears are ringing!
What has gotten into you, Shiro? First you bring Tosaka here to stay, and now her too? When did this place turn into a hotel?
What? It's fine. This place is as big as a hotel anyway, so it's not a big deal to give up a room or two. If you're okay with Tosaka staying here, then Saber should be fine too.
Of course not! I approve Tosaka, but I know nothing about this complete stranger. Just who is this girl anyway?
Who? She's a distant relative. I don't really know the details about what happened to her, but she came here looking for help from my old man.
I'm not buying that ridiculous story like that. Even if that were the case, why did she come to Emiya's house? There's no way Kitsurugi had acquaintances from other countries.
She can't say that with any confidence, and she knows it. My old man traveled constantly, so he probably had more friends from the other countries than in Japan.
I can't say that for sure, but it definitely sounds fishy. So, why did you come here?
Well, that...
You shush, Shiro. I'm, Saber, right? I'm asking.
That's a totally normal name. Anyway,
I'm asking you.
That's what I'm saying.
Saber, right?
Fun.
If that is your real name, which I
Saber is
assume it's
silent.
not.
I don't blame her. Saber doesn't really have a backstory, and she's not cunning enough to go along with my lies.
I don't know. She seems smarter than you. She knew this would be a bad idea.
I
Anyway,
don't
Saber,
know exactly. I was only following Kitsurugu's orders.
I guess she does.
I can't believe he thought Saber was as dumb as he was. Oh, that's me. So Kitsurugu entrusted... I can't read. Entrusted Shiro to you.
Yes, I was told to protect Shiro from his enemies.
Ever so quietly, Saber says it with such a straightforwardness and clarity. There's no room for anyone to protest. And even if it was really a lie, it would become the absolute truth in Saber's mind. Even Fujine can't argue with her. But
Protect from what enemies?
she stands up with a frown and glares right at Saber.
Fine. If you are serious about this, I'll test your skills.
Wow. This I was not expecting.
Fujine drops this on us out of nowhere.
Yeah, we're having a duel with the comedic relief and the sword master.
Oh my god.
Hey, she was a black belt in Kendo or something.
That's not how Kendo works.
I know, but I'm saying.
They were top rank, you're right.
And, with the sound of a whooshing wind, Fujine takes us outside.
I'm imagining she's opening the paper door and taking us into this area.
And then
I'm
she
still standing in the background, like, what enemies? What?
and then she takes the bamboo sword, a shinai, hanging from the wall and continues glaring at Saber. Okay.
We're all accepting this Saber is here to protect Shiro story real quick.
What the hell
Well,
is
we're
Fujine
only gonna.
thinking?
I think she's thinking if she can beat her up, she'll have to leave because she can't protect Shiro, right?
Yeah, but it's not
That'd be my guess.
It's either way.
You said you would protect Shiro, which means you must be at least somewhat disciplined, right?
Are you telling me to take a sword?
That's right. I'll accept this if you prove you're stronger than me. But if you're weak, I'm sending you back home. See, this is exactly what I'm saying.
I do not mind, but I do not see the sense in this.
Moving the microphone back 1 second.
I'm supposed to be the one who protects Shiro. I'm gonna be the right by his side until he grows up to be a man. ...
Saber doesn't seem to fully comprehend what Fujine's intentions are. Then again, none of us do.
I think it makes quite sense. Like I said, I don't need anyone weaker than me around. If you say you're stronger than me, then you should be more dependable, right? And if you are, maybe I can entrust Shiro to you just a little.
Fujine swings her shinai around with a pout.
Understood. I just need to convince you, correct?
That's right, but convincing me will not be an easy feat.
No sooner has Fujine said that than she practically leaps forward, rushing toward Saber, brandishing her shinai. Whoa, Fujine, this is ridiculous! She goes in for a surprise attack, even though she hasn't given Saber a shinai yet. This tiger has no business calling herself a teacher if she's going to pull something like that.
Huh?
Saber stands there in a daze, taken aback by Fujine's surprise attack. Fujine swings for the body.
Huh?
Fujine tilts her head in confusion. Well, yeah, we're all dumbfounded, and we're just watching, so it might even be stranger, like a mystery of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, for Fujine, since she's the one who experienced it firsthand. ... Saber's still standing. The only difference is that she's now holding the shinai Fujine had in her hand after the heartbeat earlier.
Oh, is this for real?
I don't know if this is for real, but it's definitely happened. Saber is even holding the shinai she took in a ready position. Fujine is frozen in her tracks, right in front of Saber. Fujine is a kendo expert whose skills are supposedly unmatched. The experience probably made it clear that her and Saber are a completely different level.
If you require me to take a ready stance, I shall. But I do believe you're skilled enough to realize I've already proven my point.
Fujine staggers back and drops to her knees. The
The contest is over. Do you approve of me?
Fujine slumps her shoulders and droops her head low. Just when I think she's about to retreat quietly.
Moving the microphone back again. Do don't mind me.
That weird girl took Shiro away from me.
Fujine starts to cry so loud it starts to hurt all our ears.
That's why I moved the microphone back.
In the end, it took us 2 hours to calm Fujine down. Fujine gestured to Saber saying, "We need to talk," and went to my old man's room. They were there for 2 hours. She finally came out looking unsatisfied and mumbled, "I guess we got no choice but to acknowledge her." She only nodded in resignation. Sakura, though, was silent the whole time. It was getting late, so Fujine wound up taking Sakura home, but Sakura didn't say a single word. She just bowed and went home.
I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah.
I got it.
I'm gonna go back to the outbuilding then.
That's all Rin said. Come to think of it, Tosaka's been quiet all this time, too. Sorry about that. I bet you think I did something stupid again.
Well, I'm glad you acknowledged that you really did something stupid.
Not really. The only thing you're doing is trying to add some unnecessary flab to your heart to make yourself feel better. If you keep on doing things like this, you're gonna really get yourself into trouble.
She waves goodnight and heads off to the outbuilding. I'm exhausted. I should probably sleep early today.
Please, wait, Shiro. I would like to ask you something.
Why are you such an idiot?
Sure. What is it?
Why did you introduce me to everyone? I agree with Lynn. That was unnecessary.
No real rhyme or reason. I just didn't like how things were going, so I introduced you to everyone.
Shiro, you did not answer my question. You must tell me what you didn't like.
Saber draws closer to me. Was what happened tonight really that strange to her? The hell do I know? I was just eating and I didn't like knowing you were all alone. If anything, I just thought we'd have less secrets to worry about once Fujine and Sakura knew about you.
That was most certainly futile then. Making them aware of my presence may well be detrimental. I'm simply able to conceal myself in this house, so it'd be better for me to simply remain standing by. ...
Better? In what way? Is she saying she's better off being ostracized while the rest of us are all eating? That's not
You can't
true.
be ostracized if you don't know they exist.
You may be fine with it, but I didn't like it. It's not about logic or sense. We don't believe in that here in the Shiro Emiya household. I look away from Saber.
Until they do.
I'm going to the shed, so go ahead to your room. ... She doesn't answer. I turn my back on Saber, who seems unconvinced by what I said, and make my way to the shed. I step outside. The tranquil yard is lit by pale moonlight. The winter sky is clear enough to see the stars above me. I sigh, hardly realizing I'm doing it. Tosaka's right. I'm contradicting myself. I'm heading to the shed to avoid Saber's room. But I don't want to leave Saber alone. I'm having a hard time interacting with Saber as a member of the opposite sex, but I can't ignore her on a human level. It's no wonder Tosaka gets disgusted with me and my contradictions. Oh, crap. I thought I was only inexperienced in magecraft, but I'm also just generally immature, too. I absentmindedly look up at the night sky. The night drags on. My experience is all the more reason I can't skip out on my training. All I can do is keep on believing that if I work hard enough, it might someday attain something. The next day, pending.
Holy shit, we made it
Oh,
through
wow.
a day and it didn't take the entire stream?
Oh my god.
No one died.
What day are we on?
6.
It's a little hard to tell.
They blend together so quickly.
How many days
Yeah.
are in the route?
15.
Oh,
So we're actually making good progress.
We're over a third of the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many more diatribes is Rin gonna have?
And
Probably
some
many more.
days are quicker than others. A night passed. After getting ready just like I would on any normal morning, I'm heading to the living room. I'm greeted by the most complicated breakfast table scene of my life.
Uh-huh.
This Rin?
I think that might be Rin.
Oh, sorry, Sakura. I can't eat butter. Pass me the marmalade.
is that so? I thought you didn't enjoy sweet things, Miss Tosaka.
That's nonsense. All girls like sweets. It's not that I don't like sweet things. I just shouldn't have too much of them. If I'm not careful, things could start building up in places I can't see. So I limit myself to eating sweets once a week.
So why marmalade?
I have sugar in the morning. Besides, I should have some sweet things, or I might pay for it later.
I see. Even if you only eat twice a day, it would be a big problem if you ended up eating twice as much.
Is that a conversation I think she's having? Did she really just say something I think she is? Anyway,
Exactly. Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you sure eat a lot. Saber, you might have a small frame, but you eat just as much as Sakura.
and they're both athletes.
They're both very athletic, yes.
Kyrie?
Sorry, I'm back. Do you think so? I think you eat an average amount. I would like to point out that the toast Sakura ate was twice the size of mine.
This is not true. Miss Tosaka, Saber, and I were all served 2 pieces of toast.
I can't believe their body
Yes,
shaming
but the
each other
thickness
like
was
this.
different. One was 1 centimeter thicker, while the other has 2 centimeters. Which tells me you eat quite a lot, Sakura. You are in a growth spurt, so there's no problem with you taking in nutrition. Rin, instead of eating only 1 slice, you should eat everything that has been served to you.
I said I can, okay? Everything I eat doesn't just go straight to my chest like Sakura. And if I eat all of that in the morning, I'll just end up storing it. I don't usually even eat breakfast, so I'm already compromising.
Plompers, what was that?
It's just her, pardon? Miss Tosaka, I suggest you not say that in front of Senpai.
You could continue mentioning that you accumulate things, but why are you avoiding using specific terms, Rin?
Like I said, places I can't see on my body. Well, Sakura accumulates in places you can see, so she doesn't count.
Is she saying she's got a big butt too?
Please don't
She
talk
just
about
finished
this,
saying she's got a
Sensei.
big chest. ...
I think I might have my crispy toast. My brain just can't follow the situation unfolding in front of me, so I just stay out of it and focus on my toast. There's something for
Kind
me
of
to really add to this
disgusting.
anyway. My good friend, the toast. I guess I worried over nothing. For the time being, the 3 seem to be getting along. Toast Sakura is the same as always, and Saber's warmed up to the girls a good bit more than last night. Sakura still seems a little hesitant around Saber, but it doesn't look like she dislikes her. I'm concerned Fujine's not here, but I'm sure she'll come tonight. Last night must have done a number on her. But she'll probably come by for dinner, and I think she'll be in a better mood by then. Breakfast ends, and I start cleaning up.
Senpai, are you sure it's okay to leave the washing to you?
Yeah, it's the least I can do. You have to get going to your club, Sakura. Considering what happened yesterday, you should probably go.
Yes, I'll go ahead, Senpai.
Sakura bows to Toast Sakura too, and leaves the living room in a hurry. Now, there's only 3 of us. With Sakura gone, the people remaining all share a common secret. Murder battle.
Well, I shall excuse myself as well. Please call me if you need anything.
Bye, Saber. Oh, look. Man, I've been
Nope,
tricked.
definitely me.
How could this happen?
You're getting in my bad habits now, Red.
I should start reading before it's done.
Yeah, and it's what happens when you're the narrator. That's why I'm so glad I'm not the narrator anymore. I don't have it happen as often. Bye, Saber. I'll look after Shiro, so keep an eye on the house while we're gone.
Yes, please take good care of Shiro, Rin.
I want to make a hot dog.
Saber bows quickly, then returns to her room. Well, there's nothing to do here anymore. So she's probably going back to sleep to conserve energy. Honestly, is fighting the only thing she thinks about?
Bro, it's literally her job. Of course it is. And you should start showing a bit more motivation on that front, or Saber's gonna lose patience with you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Her wounds may not be... Oh, it's still you. Man.
Her wounds may not be completely healed, but she's not the type to just sit around doing nothing for long.
And
I told
then
you, man, you should just click until the quote happens.
there's a clicking sound. What Tosaka has to say worries me a bit, but she just turns on the TV. This news again. The TV plays the morning news. I just listen from the kitchen as I wash dishes. But it's the same story that I've heard before. There's another gas leak incident. It's still like you. But it could be me. Who knows? What a stupid story.
I think it is me.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's you. It's a little hard to say.
Stuff like this is happening here too. It's just not going on over there. What?
It could be both of us.
Hold up. Yeah, it is you. Whatever.
Darn it.
Says there's pretty worrying. Tosaka, what do you mean by that?
It's about people suddenly getting weak without a real explanation, right? How people are passing out without warning and then they end up hospitalized in a coma. There must be a lot of people affected by now. At least nobody lives in lives are in immediate danger, but imminent danger because I can't read. But I suppose that's all down to whoever's controlling this.
What? Wait. Hold up. Is she saying that this incident isn't just happening the town over? It's happening here too? Unexplained comas? A good number of victims? No, but the main issue is... Tosaka, don't tell me you think a master did this.
Who else? Come on, get used to it already. You're a master too, you know.
Okay, maybe so, but why didn't you tell me about this before, Tosaka?
Because there's no easy fix here? The master who cast the bounded field over the school is third class, but whoever is causing these incidents across the whole town is first class. They're skilled enough to extract the power they need from people without killing them. And while gathering energy that way might be slower, they're staying within the rules for mages. They don't need to exert themselves to accomplish this. This master is stealing the life force from everyone in town, one of the simplest forms of magical energy from a remote location.
From a remote location? Can someone really collect magical energy from the distance?
They must be really skilled mage. Only a true great mage would be able to cast a net over 2 towns like Shinto and Miyama to absorb energy like that. Or maybe they lucked into a superb spiritual site. Father mentioned that Fuyuki has a ley line, so if they build a base there, it would be easy to collect life forces.
Huh? Hold on, Tosaka.
I didn't find any materials in Father's study about this, so if there is any, they'll probably be in Great Master's study. I really don't want to go in there. The place is uninhabited and scary. Which would mean I might have to ask Kyrie. No, I really don't want to owe him anything.
Tosaka, hey. I try to get her attention, but she doesn't respond.
See what I mean? She does all her like rants out loud.
Great, Tosaka's off in her own world. When we get to school, she's still distracted. The gate is packed with arriving students beginning another typical school day. ... But I sense there's something off. Yesterday, I passed through the gate without noticing, but today I do now that I'm on guard. It's hard to explain, but there's this feeling that things are too calm. So much that it numbs one's instincts. You're right, the air feels different here than outside. It smells like sweet honey.
Oh, so that's how it feels for you. You don't have any skill at detecting magical energy, but you might be sensitive to changes in the world around you.
Tosaka begins pondering.
A sweet smell like honey, huh? Like a carnivorous plant, maybe? Yep, that's a good way to put it.
A carnivorous plant? That's disturbing.
You think so? I don't think so. It's off the mark, though. I mean, once the bounded field over the school closes, everyone inside gets eaten. ...
She sees right through me and I gulp. Jay?
Oh, sorry.
I knew it. I love that I can read you like a book.
Sorry, I thought for a second that was him, and then I realized that doesn't make sense.
Whatever. I don't like it.
Oh, don't get so mad. I know what you want to say, so relax. I know you don't want all the students getting dragged into this. I wouldn't want this to be the battlefield either, see? So there's only one thing for us to do.
She's testing me. Tosaka's trying to tell me that this master I'm willing to fight in the Holy Grail War is the sort willing to hurt innocents to win, which is why they're here at school. I know.
Go.
We need to find the master who set up this bounded field and take care of it. And if they say they're not going to take it down the bounded field, we'll just need to defeat them.
That's right. Glad you got it. I'm gonna go search for whoever set up this bounded field. So you go and check everywhere that seems suspicious. I've done some searching already. Welcome back.
Man,
but I
Penny,
haven't. I might have missed something, and it looks like you're good at finding singularities like this. So I'll let a specialist try his hand.
It was rough, Pending. You missed it. The archer showed up, and then the priest showed up, and then the mystery character you're voicing showed up, and they all just started talking for like 3 minutes and then left.
Had you like just said one of them? Like, had you said the student council president, I would have believed that.
Fred.
All right, look, man. He was talking, right? We had time. Maybe I just left it to you.
I banned the bot and then he unbanned the bot.
I rebanned the bot afterwards, okay?
Oh, am I supposed to be saying something?
It's
I've
yeah.
done some
You
searching
get it.
already, but I might have missed something, and it seems like you specialists try something at hand. There you go.
Tosaka waves and runs toward the school building. Hey, don't
I don't
just
feel
leave
like
me
I read that
hanging.
paragraph.
What kind of places are suspicious, Tosaka?
To quote you, anywhere the air is sweet. We just need to find places that are nauseatingly syrupy and sweet.
Like Sakura.
Tosaka yells her replies to me from across campus. Oh man, Sakura does smell really sweet today. That's weird.
That's probably just a coincidence because they ate marmalade toast for breakfast.
And then she disappears into the school building. Oh, what the hell? Why would she need to run in there like that? Oh, the bell for the homeroom rings. That's why! She should at least warn me! I collect my bag and start running at full speed. After all that happened yesterday, I don't know what Fujine will say if I'm late.
I can't wait for Fujine's frustration to be pulled out on him.
It's
being
lunchtime,
like,
though. Temporarily, though. This break from classes, students rush back and forth across the whole school. Okay, it won't look suspicious if I wander around now. I wolf down my lunch and head into the hallway. This really isn't the time to say that I've never done anything like this. The war has already begun, so now I need to look for anything suspicious, like what Tosaka was talking about, in my own way. I guess the first place to look would be wherever there's not usually anyone around. Let's see. I just hope I can make some progress without wasting this 1 hour lunch break. After I've searched the building...
It to give me a choice there.
I did too, honestly. After I searched the building, I take a look outside just to be sure. I didn't see anything strange at the athletic fields or behind the buildings, but this area seems different. Don't tell me this is... I found a few suspicious spots around campus. Behind the stairways, dead ends, empty classrooms, and other less public places. This place is different. Everyone gathers here every day, so it's a far cry from isolated, deserted places I've checked. How did I not notice this earlier? This place is the most bizarre place of them all. I clutch my chest as I speak. The atmosphere here is suffocating. The heavy wind and humid air are making being here all the damp and uncomfortable. As soon as I realize what I'm smelling, I find myself getting nauseous. Tosaka said there's should be a base points for bounded fields. I don't know how many there are, but I think the first must be somewhere around here. If I'm right, there should be some inscription or sign of it somewhere. ... It's no use. I don't have the abilities to detect magical energy, so there's no way I can find any signs that a bounded field has formed. Phew. I guess I have no choice but to report back to Tosaka. Yes?
Oh, it's you. Looking for something, Emiya?
Who's there? I whirl around when I hear that voice. There, standing in front of the Kyoto Club's dojo is... Shinji.
Hey, what's a coincidence? I was actually heading that way myself. You didn't happen to see it, did you?
Shinji grins. Shinji Mato seems generally pleased with himself. See what? I don't see anything around here.
Ah, you did see it. I get it now. So that's why you and Tosaka were together.
So he's
Yeah.
Lanter's master.
Teaming up with other masters is an efficient way to go.
What? Shinji, don't tell me.
Hey, chill, Emiya. It's between you and me. We shouldn't be hiding anything from each other. We're best friends. I don't know what the hell's following you around, but you got forced in this shitty role as a master too, right?
Shinji's so blunt about this, not an ounce of hesitation. He's a master, and he's not shy about it. Don't tell me, you're a master, Shinji?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. But hey, don't get me wrong. I've got no intention of fighting anyone. Sure, I'll kill anyone who tries attacking me, but I won't do anything if you leave me alone, see? We're a lot alike in that regard, aren't we?
Shinji giggles. From what he's saying, it's clear he's a master, but...
I'm actually surprised to learn that you're a master, Emiya. So, why don't we have a little chat? One shocked master to another.
A chat? I don't mind, but what are we going to be chatting about?
Don't trust him, Shiro.
About what's going to happen, obviously. I already told you, I have no plans to fight. But the rest of the participants sure do. So it'll be best to be ready for anything that might come our way, don't you think? It might be scary alone, but not so much if there's two of us. ...
Is Shinji asking me to team up with him?
Do it. Well, this probably isn't the best place to talk about this kind of stuff. We are in front of the Kyoto Club after all. Who knows might be listening. Why don't we go somewhere else? Maybe we can talk at my house? Tosaka wouldn't be able to spy on us there. She wouldn't even want to be near my place. So, we'll be safe even if we're attacked.
Go somewhere else? Are you crazy? Lunch break's almost over, so if we wanted to talk...
You are so freaking boring. So why did we skip class? Let's just go. I'm glad you know you're a master too. Don't ruin the moment.
That's no reason to go.
I honestly can't wait to kill this motherfucker.
I'll do it myself.
I know you probably will, but give me a chance, okay?
No, Pluto will. It's okay, we can take turns.
Okay, thank you.
There are
Yeah.
3 routes, so you can't take turns.
Kill him 3 times. Let's go.
People would be suspicious if we skip class.
You won't even budge, will you? Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right. You should be on guard. But don't worry, I'm not going to attack you. No matter what. Do you really take me for the kind of guy to stab you in the back?
Are you real?
Yes, yes, I do.
Absolutely.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I guess I shouldn't just casually follow you, huh?
Well, whatever. You have a servant hanging around you too, so I'm not gonna pick a fight with someone so dangerous.
Huh? Does Shinji
Hello?
think...
Oh my god,
Does
he's back.
Does Shinji think I have
shouldn't
Saber
I
with
should've
me right
waited.
now? Actually, no. Shinji can't see the servant in spirit form. That's why he thinks I have Saber with me.
Just come on! If Tosaka finds
make a
out,
hot
neither
dog
of
with
us
his
will
brass
live
back.
tail to tail.
Shinji starts to walk away. ...
Oh, that makes sense. That's why he started acting up a few days ago.
Yeah.
I guess I have no choice but to follow him. I'm interested in to hear what Shinji has to say, so at this point, I should just give up on attending afternoon classes.
Come on, Shemiya.
Oh.
Follow me.
We walk up the hill. We're in the residential area with Western style houses, in stark contrast to my house.
So has Shiro put 2 and 2 together that Shinji is probably the one that constructed the barrier?
I don't know, Pending. I'm just, like the main.
He's looking a little.
The main seal was in the Kudo Club, but I can't be sure.
Oh my god. Okay.
I hear Tosaka's house at the top of this hill, and I remember that the Mato house is right below it. So it's like it's trying to hide or something.
Mm-hmm.
... Look, this is Sakura's house.
Welcome to my place. ...
The Mato house is still as impressive as I remember. I
The
visited
Mato house is Western? I thought, with how they talk, it felt like it was supposed to be Eastern, but I guess not.
I visited a few times during middle school, but I haven't been near it recently. I haven't been invited since Shinji and I drifted apart. And above all, Sakura doesn't like me coming here. It's daytime, but the mansion is dark. The whole place
It looks like a university, man.
The whole place is designed so that sunlight doesn't get in, and there's not much in the way of lighting inside. There's honestly a decent enough chance of someone smacking into a wall if they don't know the layout of this place.
Why would you construct a house like this?
To hide secrets, obviously.
Yeah.
This way, Emiya. I'm in the living room.
You just tell the contractor, look, I want minimal light.
I don't know when he got there, but I hear Shinji's voice from the back of the mansion.
Like, I still want windows, but I want you to design the house so that no light can enter. Figure that out.
You know how people want natural light? I want the opposite of natural light.
I want no light.
Even after a year, I still remember my way around that house, so I'm able to find the living room easily enough.
I want when people come into my house to immediately think villain.
What if Sakura is the one who did the interior design?
That'd be crazy, though. It seems like this house might be older than Sakura.
I'm just saying,
She's timeless. This is you're merely thinking about like her in human years. But
you're right.
He is Eldrick.
There's nothing in the way of lighting, even in the living room. The curtain is pulled shut, blocking out the sun. Not a hint of artificial light either, so this place is dark and gloomy.
Over here, Emiya.
I turn toward the voice. There, I see Shinji sitting on a chair, and...
Great, this is just the level of darkness we want. Now, let's fill the house with chandeliers. And what is that behind? What? Wait, what?
Me.
A woman, dark like obsidian, is standing behind him.
Don't mind my puppet. Let me introduce her. This is my servant, Ryder.
Oh, I thought he was Lancers. Okay. ...
A chill.
No. I shouldn't. I didn't feel like say anything.
No, don't say anything. Nope.
I will.
A chill runs
Like
down
a
my
spoiler
spine.
thing?
A chill so intense it stings the back of my neck. I thought we were going to talk alone, Shinji. I take a step back.
Don't mind her. She's just here as a precaution. I wouldn't want you taking the chance to ambush me. I'd rather have her nearby. I still remember last time.
What do you mean? When I grabbed your hand? We shook hands.
Yeah.
Shinji reaches out toward his dark servant, Ryder. His fingers caress her along the waist, then stroke down her thigh. Yeah.
Whoa.
By the way, Pending.
Plompers? It's gotta get way more intense. He's gotta die in a brutal fashion.
Oh,
absolutely.
Matt. Oh, we love killing women haters.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not just woman hating this time, though.
We love
This-
killing haters. Let's fucking go.
This guy is pure evil. What I was gonna ask before he did that creepy thing. I know it seems unimportant given what he just did, but I was gonna ask, is this angle tilted to the point where it's no longer even considered a Dutch angle anymore?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
there's
just
a certain
rotated.
amount of Dutch angle.
This is just like the cameraman desperately trying to grab it as it falls out of his hands. And this is just what the shot landed on.
Ryder doesn't move a muscle. She's still as a statue, keeping watch on me through veiled eyes. I imagine she can even see my fingertips shivering. Some hospitality you're showing a guest you invited. You might be going a bit far with your caution, Shinji.
I'm just kidding. I know perfectly well you're not the type to do something like that. Your servant's another story, though. Training this one took me a while, actually. It's not unusual for a servant to ignore their master's orders, so just think of this as me keeping an eye on things.
A servant who doesn't obey their master? Now that I look closer, Ryder is a little different from Saber. Saber is silent, but she's not frosty. I sense only coldness from Ryder. A human almost completely lacking humanity. A dark figure that looks like the blood of its veins have discolored. She doesn't give the impression of a heroic spirit turned servant. I can only sense something inorganic, devoid of any light. So Ryder's your way of keeping my servant in check. Can't say I love that.
Sorry about that, but I'm an amateur, you know. I'm not used to this kind of stuff, unlike you. You'll have to forgive me for that.
Huh. Can't say I'm exactly used to this either.
Huh? That's so? Oh, then why do you call out yours too? They'll help us understand each other, and things will be even. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Emiya, I showed you mine. Show me yours. Show me your servant.
This isn't a contest. We're not measuring.
We're bros,
I don't know.
aren't we?
I think
Come
he
on,
wants to
Emiya.
measure if his woman is better than your woman.
Shinji really thinks Saber's right next to me. It's probably
Where's our
best.
bromance?
It's probably best to let him keep thinking that. I refuse. If you're just doing this to keep me in check, you shouldn't mind. That should be enough if I'm just here to talk.
What the hell? Don't you get it? I said I want to see it. I don't know why you're being such a little shit about it. But I think it'll be in our best interest to listen to me.
Then we're done talking. I didn't come here to show off our servants. If that's what you wanted, I'm heading home.
Fine. You're useless as usual.
He moans discontentedly and slumps further onto his chair.
I think it's mine. Okay. Okay, let's talk then. There's really only one thing I want to talk about anyway. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, want to team up with me, Emiya? I might have become a master, but I don't know what the hell a Holy Grail Warriors even is. I'd rather work with someone I know, and I can trust than do this by myself.
Hold up. I want to ask you something. My answer will depend on your response.
What's that? Why, you want to know why I became a master?
I nod. As far as I know, Shinji's not a mage. Until I find out how Shinji was selected to be a master, I don't intend on working with him. I hear that mages are the only ones who can be masters. I may be inexperienced, but I'm training in magecraft. I became a master because I formed a contract with a servant by sheer coincidence. Did you accidentally summon a servant and get dragged to the Holy Grail War too? If that's what happened with him, then we're in the same boat. I don't think I'd be able to refute his proposal to team up in that case.
Really?
Huh, so you became a master by coincidence, huh? Good, good. That's a more reasonable explanation.
Shinji giggles like it's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Well, I guess something similar happened with me. At least in that I was forced into becoming a master like you. Don't get me wrong, though. I knew what masters were, and I've known about the Holy Grail Wars forever now. Unlike your family, the Mato families are a respected line of mages.
Wait, Rin? Really?
Remember how Rin said one time, well, that person would never become a mage because they have so little magic. I think we found him.
The Matos are a family of mages?
Of all the things he could have expositioned on.
Yeah, nope, never mentioned it once. She has a tendency to forget the important things until the last second.
What?
Oh, man.
I never heard that before. Wait, does that mean you and Sakura, his sister, have also been trained in magecraft?
Calm down, Emiya. The Mato family may be a family of mages, but its powers run dry. The Mato ancestors apparently rooted themselves here along with the Tosaka family, but they couldn't adapt well to Japan. And as generations went, the magic circuits, those started to dwindle. And by the time I was born, the Mato bloodline was pretty much back to the point of being more or less ordinary humans. That's why there's no mages in the Mato family. It's just a line that used to be mages.
Used to be mages? So now the only thing that remains in your family is your knowledge of magecraft?
Yeah, unfortunately, but even if we don't have magic circuits, we're still able to learn magecraft. I managed to look up everything about masters and Holy Grail Wars easily enough. And I was able to keep my emotions under control when I found myself being a master because of my ancestors' teachings.
The crazy things you'll find in the library. ... Yeah. I see.
Yeah, my family library.
When I became a master, it was Tosaka who taught me about the Holy Grail Wars. So
and
similarly,
a priest.
And a priest. That priest really did talk about it.
Yeah.
Along with Honkai Star Rail.
That priest was weird. So similarly, Shinji was able to understand his own situation. Thanks to the writings his family's passed down.
By the way, Shiro. Oh, are you talking to the Mato family right now?
He only learned about magecraft itself. Does that mean Sakura has been learning about magecraft too?
Is Shinji as big of a creep
You
as I've
don't
heard?
know anything, do you? Listen, old mage families only pass down their secret knowledge to a single person, and if there are 2 children, the oldest male becomes the heir.
Splitting? I guess that's to you.
Splitting something in 2 just dilutes its power.
Right, I am now more mad.
A mage's job is to collect 10 magecraft disciplines and crystallize them, then leave that to the heir to strengthen their bloodline. There are no exceptions, not even for family.
Can we get Ilya?
I'm really, really mad.
That's why mage families don't teach magecraft to anyone other than their heirs. Children who weren't selected to be the family successors either never learn that their family practices magecraft, or they'll be adopted by a different family.
Like I said, Plompers, 3 routes.
Honestly, there needs
So
to be
Sakura
more.
can't
Let's
learn.
kill him.
Only me,
You want to kill him
Shinji.
more than 3 times?
I
Yes,
see.
Only me.
That's a
Happily.
relief. I sigh in relief. I want Sakura to
There's
live a
a
normal,
couple of
peaceful
people
life.
I want to kill too, but they're already dead.
I want Sakura to live a normal, peaceful life, having nothing to do with magecraft. I would never want her to get involved in a battle that forces someone to fight without reason.
So now, do you get it, Emiya?
No.
I may become a master, but I got no power in magecraft. It's just in my blood. You, on the other hand, said you can use a little, but you have next to no knowledge of magecraft. See, don't you think we're a good match? We're both to be plays master. Let's work together.
I don't have a problem with
sounds
that.
like the stupidest plan I've ever heard in my life.
I just want to be clear, though. You're proposing this to protect yourself, right?
In part, yes. But I think we need to work on getting rid of our immediate enemy first. I feel like She's been giving me the evil eye lately, and I don't like it.
Giving you the evil eye? You talking about Tosaka?
Of course I am. She wouldn't be treating me like crap otherwise.
Yeah, of course not.
However,
Listen.
you need to rationalize this to yourself. man.
Listen.
She would obviously love me if she wasn't.
She'll be relentlessly against the other masters. You should know that by now, since you've been with her for a while. You know how she is. I don't know what's gotten into her, but for some reason, Tosaka has warmed up to you. Why would a girl who never drops her guard do that? So come on.
She knows.
Don't you think this is our opportunity to defeat her?
Shinji holds his hand out to
She
shake.
won't expect it. ...
I won't be part of that. Actually, I can't. If Shinji really wanted to protect himself, he would have asked Tosaka too, not just me. Besides,
I mean,
Shinji, do you know there's someone overseeing the Holy Grail War?
Yeah, the priest at the church, right? I heard he was a survivor of the previous war, but I haven't met him. He seems annoying. I don't want to be his friend in Honkai Star Rail. I'm not a mage, so I don't want anyone to push their rules on me. I don't want to hear all this Honkai Star Rail mumbo jumbo from him.
Shinji's
I'll
contradicting
have
himself.
you know that the new patch is pretty good. I haven't finished it myself, but I feel like the story is really starting to pick
If
up.
he really wanted to stop fighting, he should have gone straight to Kotomine. Shinji, did you know that there's a bounded field set up over the school?
Yep, I didn't notice, but Ryder told me about it. What about it?
Isn't it your doing? Tosaka said it was the work of a master at school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, it's not me. I know there's another master at our school, so it's probably them.
Huh? Tosaka said there's only one other master.
I wouldn't recommend just blindly trusting Tosaka. Either way, she's wrong. I'm right.
I'm
Tosaka's trying to trace masters by sensing their magic circuits, right? If so, I wouldn't be one of the masters she could detect, since I don't have magic circuits to begin with.
Oh.
From the very beginning, I wouldn't even be a blip on the other master's radars.
I see. The presence of mages or command spells ultimately activate through magical energy. But if
I'm
some
useless.
Wait, where's his?
He just they breeded themselves out of it apparently.
He didn't develop it. He didn't grow. He didn't grow
He
up
doesn't
with
have the
Well,
circuit.
not
The command
circuits,
spells?
but
The
his
command
command spells.
it. Oh.
Well, they're apparently in different places, right?
yeah, they can be in
I
different
thought
places.
they were always on their hand.
They are not
No.
always on the hand, actually.
Because one of them was on the hand and then another one's up on the arm, apparently. I'm gonna assume his is somewhere else hidden. Also, he's wearing long sleeves, so it could be
I
even
actually
higher
don't
up on
know
his arm.
actually. I never thought about this.
They said Tosaka talked about it at some point during one of her diatribes.
Yeah, they can be in different parts of the body.
Okay.
Tosaka's method of seeking out people with their own magical energy wouldn't lead her to masters like Shinji. Shinji doesn't have a single one of the traits Tosaka's expecting in a master. I see. So Tosaka must be sensing a different master. I should warn Tosaka about this when I get home. With that settled, there's no point in me staying here any longer.
Hey, Emiya! What about our partnership?
I'll have to refuse. I'm not going to help you defeat Tosaka. Besides,
Man, he's so fucking dumb.
Bitch!
she hasn't done anything. I know I'll have to fight her one day. But I trust her right now, and I want her to keep trusting. her.
When something does happen, it'll be too late. But if that's how you feel, I'm not gonna push it. I'll wait out and see, just like you.
Surprisingly,
Oh, never mind. He's also stupid.
Shinji gives up. He doesn't try to stop me from going home, and he doesn't send Ryder to attack me. Shinji really is a complicated guy. He may act like a jerk, but he seems to try to play fair in his own way.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
I don't know about that.
No, he doesn't.
I assume he just thinks that you
And yeah,
have a
you're an
spirit
idiot.
you're hidden too.
You're an idiot.
Hey, Shinji, I know I'm harping
We're
on
best
this,
friends.
but does Sakura know about you?
She doesn't, and I don't intend on telling her. I'm the heir of the Mattel family. Sakura can just remain my little sister and be none the wiser.
That would be great. But I don't want Sakura's life to change.
Ha! Fine, since I'm her big brother, I should be thanking you for being so concerned about Sakura. Okay, let me tell you something good, Emiya.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who it is, but one of the masters have set up a nest for themselves in the temple.
What? The temple? You mean Ryoto Temple?
Yeah, according to my servant, there's a witch living in the mountains. She's supposedly collecting a bunch of souls or something. So, things are gonna get ugly if nobody does anything about her.
What? If that's true, that makes 5 masters. And if that witch is collecting a massive amount of souls, there's a high probability it's the cause of what came up on the news this morning.
That's all I got for you.
Okay, so hang on just one
Ryder,
second.
see him out. You're not to harm Emiya since he's on our side.
Shinji, you live in your own little world.
By the way, has she talked once during this entire thing or no?
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
She
I
just
was
stood
just
there
wondering
where
if I
she
had
was
missed
getting
She
something.
wouldn't
molested.
want to talk in the first place.
So just to make sure I'm following correctly. So, okay, obviously there's Shiro and Saber, Pisaka and Archer, Ilya and Berserker, Shinji and Ryder,
Mm-hmm.
Lancer, we don't know who Lancer's master is yet.
Mm-hmm.
The witch is something separate.
Yes. Probably.
And
We don't know about Assassin.
And there's also like at least one other master in the
Caster.
school.
Yeah.
Assassin and Caster are the only ones we don't know yet.
And we know there's a master in school, but it's not anyone we know yet.
Well, I guess we technically don't know about Lancer, but we know about the Lancer. So
We know Lancer. We don't know who Lancer's master is. However, it stands to reason that Lancer is connected
Damn.
to the barrier because Lancer
That was
protected
fast.
the barrier.
that's
I like how
possible,
in
and he
that one
did say,
conversation
but
we
he
just
did
downloaded
also
all
say that
of
his
writer's information.
yeah. He did also, however, say that his master was the type to isolate himself and doesn't want to get involved in battles directly as
Did
much.
Ryder-
Yeah, Lancer
Yep,
called
Lancer
his
did
master
say
a
that.
coward,
Yep, Lancer did say
Yeah.
that.
which is part of the reason why I assumed that Shinji was paired up with Lancer, because Shinji's a coward, amongst many other negative traits.
They get Ryder's
Okay.
constitution, though.
Ryder's got some mad constitution.
So
Look at that noble phantasm.
She's got a great noble phantasm.
So she needs to use it on Berserker.
Yeah, actually, kind of. Yeah, she would be the perfect counter for Berserker potentially.
Oh, unless you look at her everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything else
only
about
the
her is
noble
pretty
Only
rare.
use your noble phantasm. That's all
Yeah.
we need from you.
We just need like Saber just needs to occupy Berserker for 5 minutes while Ryder charges up her noble phantasm.
Wow, you really thinking that he should team up with Shinji? Is that what you're saying?
I don't like that. I don't want to think about that right now. But Ryder is alignment chaotic good, so maybe Ryder is.
So
The fact that it tells you
here's the
that is
thing.
crazy.
If you kill Shinji, get Sakura to take up the mantle.
Actually, yeah, I like that idea.
I would like to say they should not have told what the alignment of her character is, because just
Man.
knowing what Shinji is, it's just setting up things, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is setting
What
up
about chaotic
like,
madness?
Ryder to defy.
How's setting up anything?
Shinji.
What about chaotic madness?
I
Well,
don't-
you know, it doesn't know how to use
That's
its brain that
Lancer.
well.
What's Lancer?
Lawful
Lawful
balance.
balance.
That's bullshit. He automatically kills people.
He does no. That's because
No,
that's
no.
part of the rules. I mean, he told
Yeah,
me he didn't
does
want to
know
kill.
That is the rules.
He didn't
That
want
is
to kill
true.
Emiya.
Lancer will follow orders. That much we know about Lancer, and Lancer doesn't think much of his master, but Lancer will follow his master's orders.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about Archer's neutral balanced?
I think that's pretty accurate. He almost
That's
didn't.
accurate.
He almost didn't accept Tosaka, so.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't
So
give him
I'm gonna-
her name, you know?
I think there's a decent chance that the caster is the witch.
That's possible, yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
we'll
I'll be
find
surprised if the witch is an assassin. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I
guess
mean,
we'll find out.
technically, if we think about it, Ilya is also a female character who could be potentially a witch because, you know, they're a mage as well.
Yeah, but have you
I
seen her
guess-
servant?
Well, we know what her servant is, but she could also be casting more souls for her servant.
Technically speaking, it did say that she has a lot of magical power and, well, life force.
So-
Yeah.
So another way I'm looking at this right now, Berserker and Ilya are the main obstacle. Shinji is like the mid boss.
Well, I mean, we don't know the owner of Caster, Assassin, and Lancer. So,
Yeah.
I mean, saying that Ilya is probably the main problem, not saying that Ilya isn't a problem, but I don't know if that's a proper assessment since we don't have any information about
And keep in mind, we may not
all the people.
we may not actually fight everybody in one route.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they did say that generally speaking, normally not all the fighters fight each other. Even Saber said that.
Some of them will sort each other out.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to take a moment to take stock of where we are.
So with Emiya's intelligence and stuff, maybe he will be fighting everyone.
Yeah, if you want to read about the unnamed axe sword, there you go. It's just
It's the stone sword Berserker uses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to give him a weapon because technically Hercules doesn't use a weapon.
He's crazy, dude. He can't use a weapon. Well, I mean,
He's
I mean,
used
he
every
used
weapon.
weapons, but he didn't have like a famous weapon, if that makes sense.
No, he used every weapon, so
Yeah,
there was nothing that ever stood out as like unique.
yeah,
I had a horrible thought.
uh-huh.
Yeah?
What if Hercules... I don't like that this was my thought. What if Hercules' weapon was Pegasus?
Well, then that would mean he's a rider, not a berserker.
I feel like if Disney Hercules got summoned, he'd be a writer and he would have Pegasus.
Yeah, for sure. Because Hercules didn't really... I mean, he had Pegasus, but did he really have Pegasus?
Only
That was more of
No.
a Jason thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much this is basing Hercules off of...
But I more meant like he throws Pegasus at people.
I mean, it's a rider thing, so that could happen.
I guess
If
that's
he
the
throws a
rider if you're not
Pegasus
riding it.
and he gets it straight on the horn,
You don't
does that
have
mean
to
he's a
ride
lancer?
it per se, from what I understand.
I guess that's fair. Archer doesn't use a bow that we've seen, and he's still the archer, so
Yeah.
all bets are off.
Shinji orders Ryder, and she walks closer to me. No, well, that's...
Don't worry about it. I'm responsible for your safety as long as you're in my house. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't do for you to get hurt or anything like that.
In
I'm
this
a good
dark
host.
house where you can't even see where you're going.
All Ryder, you only have to see him as far as the front door. Once he's out of the house, he's not my concern anymore. But treat him well until then.
Shinji retreats to the back room. ...
He just basically said you can kill him once he's outside.
I silently look towards Ryder. The black-garbed Ryder says nothing. What surprises me, though, is that when I take a closer look, I notice that she has a graceful and innocent-looking face.
Uh-huh.
Her floor-length purple hair exudes a foul odor of blood, but at the same time, she's unbelievably beautiful. I realize I'm staring because of her appearance, and I'm embarrassed for a moment, but I feel like her face and outfit just don't match at all. If I had to boil her down to a single phrase, she's like a priestess dripping in blood.
Interesting.
She is both holy and evil. Ryder is a walking contradiction. Actually, why are all heroic spirits so beautiful? As I think this, I find myself looking up at Ryder's face out of sheer curiosity. Wow, she's pretty tall for a woman. She's easily
Here's those kind of comments again.
She's easily 170 centimeters tall.
Wow, that's really precise.
Wow, I didn't realize
Emmy,
that becoming
dang.
a mechanic meant that you could tell how tall someone was
Yeah.
just by looking at him.
172.
172.
Nah, it's a skill, you know.
Yeah, no, I can-
Emiya has this magic skill.
Does it say
to
how tall
determine height and
Shiro
weight.
is?
No. But I can tell you how
Also-
tall Saber is. And Lancer.
Also,
Taller than me.
he's like, why are all heroic spirits so beautiful? And then like he thinks back to Berserker. It's like,
Wow,
the
his
most
chin.
beautiful of them all.
He has that chin he can mew with.
Yeah, the Berserker's in the 200s, man. That's ridiculous.
Well, you know.
Easily puts our height.
Yeah,
He also weighs 300 kg.
yeah.
This really isn't the time for a
300
calm
kg.
observation. Being alone with her is a problem in itself. I should hurry out of the Mato mansion.
For those who do American units, it's 8 feet and 8.25 feet, I guess.
He's
Apparently,
pretty,
so
he's pretty
but-
tall.
Yeah, that's Berserker.
He
could be a
not,
basketball
not
player.
Rider. Yeah.
He could be a basketball player. Ryder
Yeah, you can.
sticks with me all the way to the
Man,
entrance.
Berserker could play pretty much any sport he wanted to.
Yeah. There's there's a lot of tall football players.
I don't know about this.
Oh yeah. No.
She doesn't-
So Berserker, I feel like no one could tackle him, right? No one could take him down.
he would just.
You'd be a great American football rugby player.
Yeah. Give him the ball, and that's essentially a touchdown.
You just give it to him. He just
There you
runs
go.
through every time.
Just hand him the ball. He could be
what's
a
his
quarterback
speed
that does
stat?
not throw.
He probably will trample his own team too,
Yeah.
though.
Hand him the ball and get out of his way. His speed stat is not as relevant because I mean, however long it takes him to get the touchdown is how long it takes to get the touchdown.
I mean, his speed
Yeah,
stat's
he's
still
A in
pretty
everything.
high. Still pretty
Yeah.
high. He's faster than
Yeah.
Ryder.
that's
as fast as-
incredible.
as
Whose
fast as
main thing
Lancer.
is speed and agility.
Berserker's like Superman and Ryder's like the Flash. And Ryder's like, I have one thing and you're like supposed to be better than me at it. That's not fair. That's not balanced.
She doesn't even seem alive. But maybe she'll answer if I
Great.
try talking to her.
All right, pending.
Okay.
What's
well,
happening?
I'm talking to Ryder. I'm absolutely 100% talking to Ryder.
Ryder, was what,
Okay.
what Shinji said earlier true? I asked, but not really expecting a response. ... There's no change in
we-
Ryder.
Did we assign a voice for Ryder, by the way? Did
Yes.
someone assign-
I am the voice.
Okay, cool.
There's no change in Ryder. Her long hair fluttering in the wind. I figured as much. Sorry for asking such a stupid question when we're supposed to be enemies. I step out through the door, raising my hand to show my appreciation for seeing me out. But then...
He did not lies. There is a witch living in the mountains.
Oh my god.
I
That's
told you I was gonna be weird about it.
I know.
I told you.
I know. I was ready for it. It's still funny. Huh? Ryder?
You must proceed with caution if you intend to challenge her. That witch knows how minds of men work.
Ryder speaks indifferently. I realize
Like, if
her.
they're gonna make her wear weird clothes, she's gonna get weird voices.
I realize her voice is drawing me in. I shake my head to clear it. Oh, what a soothing voice she has. Thanks for the warning, and take good care of Shinji. As you can see, he's a bit of a pain, but I hope you can protect him. I catch myself getting surprised, but I managed to reply. I guess that's funny because...
You are a noble soul. I can see why Shinji warmed to you.
That's Shinji being warned.
Ryder giggles softly, then disappears into the Mato house.
I don't know. What giggle do you give a steak, bro?
I walk down the hill and return to the intersection. If I walk toward the residential area on the other side, I'll be heading home, but... There's a Master Rieto temple, huh? That's about an hour's walk toward the mountain from here. The desolate mountain road eventually reaches the gates of Rieto Temple. Rieto Temple is a big temple up on the mountain, and it's about the size of our school. The cemetery is large, and the temple itself is a small world of its own, with about 50 training monks living on its grounds. The people in town use Rieto Temple for various purposes, But they also respect it as a sacred place that shouldn't be entered lightly. Now that I think about it, I haven't been to Riedo Temple recently. I haven't been there ever since I stayed there for some mental training last summer. I know the temple's life is harsh during the winter, so I was thinking about visiting during the winter break. Speaking of Riedo Temple...
Hey, guess who?
What's a guy who cut out of moon class doing here?
Speak of the devil. I ran into Riedo Temple's heir, Issei Rudo, on the road.
Hey, guess what, Shiro? I'm a master too.
Hey there, is school over?
Obviously. I don't have anything to do for student council, so I was heading home. Is something wrong? You look like you were staring up at the mountain.
No, there's nothing wrong. I just felt like going home.
Teachers would be out of a job if people like you just cut classes whenever they felt like it. Anyway, I'm curious why you're staring at the mountain.
It's nothing, but can I ask you something? Has anything strange happened recently?
Change is a constant. But it doesn't lead to big dramatic developments. The mountain is always at peace, and peace is the focus of daily life.
Issei, I'm being serious here. Why are you doing this? What's going on?
How dare you? So am I.
Guess
This
you
is
are-
just my voice. Do you not hear the seriousness of my tone?
It feels like there's something different to your voice. Maybe not your voice per se, but like the way you're talking.
I don't know what you're talking about, Shinji. Would you
Shiro.
like to come, Shiro? Would you come with me and have a nice talk at the mountain?
Sorry to bother you.
It's fine as long as you understand. I never kid around with you, Emiya.
Issei clears his throat to calm himself down.
You know, the voice doesn't make any sense considering where they are from Japan.
Oh, and the fact that he's like the son or I can't remember if he's the son or the grandchild of the temple owner. Yeah.
He's the heir.
He's
No,
the
I
heir,
do
yeah.
have to report that there has been a big change. That said, I'm not entirely sure how to explain it.
Eh? A change? At the temple?
Yeah, but not of the mountain.
You'll get to
However,
see
the
what he's saying.
It's okay, we can read it.
Is it confusing when I talk about the mountain?
Keep talking about the not
You're
mountain.
well-
doing great. Keep talking about the mountain.
The not mountain.
Well,
man.
allow me to expound about the
No, not the mountain.
Mountain.
Not the mountain. Don't talk about the mountain.
not the mountain. However, the situation has left everyone in the temple research. We have guests at the temple, but they're apparently an acquaintance of my father. But the awkwardness is because of them. She's a beautiful woman, which makes it a touchy subject.
We're starting to pull in
Honestly-
a little Louisiana accent there.
Honestly, my accent kind of comes and goes in lots of places.
Woman.
Honestly, I don't know why there's such a fuss over a woman.
A woman? Does Riedo Temple have any nuns?
No, I said woman.
They're a
No,
Buddhist
but-
temple. Why wouldn't they have not whatever?
No,
But they don't.
But they made an exception for her. I won't let her use your room until the wedding happens. Well, she is beautiful. So I have to admit that even I get captivated by her looks whenever I go out and fetch water from the well.
What do you mean
Oh, this is
exception?
the best.
You say, hey, are you even listening?
In my world where L has 3 syllables.
That's probably not Ilya if it's someone having a wedding.
Apparently, that's a good doctor.
Oh,
What?
no, I'm having a wedding.
You having a wedding?
Yeah, I'm having a wedding.
Whoa.
Oh, dear. Dear no.
I mean, he said she was beautiful. I don't think he would say that about a child, but I could be wrong. Aww.
No, he's talking about Berserker.
Wait, you marrying Berserker?
Yeah, Mazoka is the beautiful one. When I look at you, Berserker, I think beautiful woman. But apologies. This is why woman are bad news.
Like, I know he says he doesn't, like, he's not a misogynist, but that sounds pretty misogynist. And that's saying something when we have a declared misandrist in the cast.
It's okay, Jay. Just remember that anniversary artwork you accidentally saw.
I know, and I'm trying not to think about it, okay?
We're not lost, he say. Calm down, he say.
Is this French or gangster talk?
It was first kind of like Texan, and then I think he kind of slipped into a little Louisiana with
Lieutenant
like his
Counsel-
Mountain and his
It
his
started,
woman, 'cause that's very French to do,
it
you know?
started out awfully nasally, but I found that it's hard to be nasally and also speak
Read
like
an
this.
entire paragraph.
Yeah, let's try to get
Oh.
away from him. Let's try to get away
So
from
his
him.
voice,
This
his
dude got some
voice is
president
all-
mumbles, some sort of sutra.
as all of my voices, this one kind of floats all over
Hello?
that
Are
place.
you okay, you say?
I am quite all wrong. I'm just not as disciplined. So this is a matter of training harder.
I can tell he's not listening. Issei continues to mumble, giving himself a pep talk, and disappears into the town's outskirts. Oh, he's gone. Oh, it ended. Wow.
Well, he's muttering sutras to himself, so he doesn't have much else to say.
Well, you know, that's
Off to the mountain.
for the
Why
best.
why are you saving it, Red?
What do you
Let's
mean,
go.
why am I saving it?
Let's go to the mountain.
Why are you saving it, Red? There was no choice, Red.
Because it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot what time it is.
I'm perfectly aware. You know. I'm sorry, Jay.
Jay was so into it.
We did it. We finished one day.
I thought he was saving it because he's like, oh, this thing is about to happen. Okay.
Don't worry. Pending can make a choice next week.
I think they made so many choices today. It was
And
great.
he gets to make a choice next week.
A real choice.
A real choice.
Like an important choice, I'm guessing.
Like a choice. You know, one of those choices.
Interesting.
I'm sure
Yes.
it's going to be something where if you pick the wrong choice, you will die.
We might see Ilya next week.
It's.
I mean, that's not a wrong statement no matter what happens.
That's
Yeah.
true. There's a pretty good chance. Oh yeah, anime cutscene. Hey, look, anime cutscene. As you know, we have to end the stream with the opening. It's how it works.
Yeah, if I'm correct, Rin's
Standing up here, yeah, she stands up on.
I know she's standing up there. But if I'm correct, she talks about how her crest is like on her shoulder or whatever. And that's why he has to use bandages to cover his hand so that people don't know he's a mage.
That makes sense.
That's also why I was like, and how does she explain having a tattoo at school?
You just cut your arm, you know.
Sure.
That was you, Pending. That's also you. Look at you
Yeah.
going after that blue guy.
Yeah.
That's you, Pending.
Yeah.
There you are. That's not you. Not her. Pending, that's
Oh,
not
I don't
you.
think you. Yeah. Some of these are me.
Wait, I just lost. There's a.
Did I just also see a Pegasus?
No, that'd be insane.
That would be insane.
Ryder has to have something to ride on.
I mean, you're right, but also, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, it's funny actually. So, all right, anything anyone wants to say before?
I'm gonna assume. Actually, you know what? No, it makes sense now.
You understand it? I get it too.
Yeah, I understand now that I finally thought about it.
I didn't get it at first.
I have something I want to say real quick.
Go on, I'm listening.
Mountain.
Oh no.